You're about to listen to TADPOG, Tyler and Dave Play Old Games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another TADPOG podcast. Once a week, we used to do twice a week, but now once a week.
It's been a long
deluxe.
time.
That's a deluxe episode, so it's
Right.
still same length. It's just all at once instead of two different
King
episodes.
size.
Yeah,
Three
there you
kings
go.
here. We Three Kings, a new podcast.
TADPOG R.
Yeah, a weekly 3-hour podcast where we talk about a video game for 5 minutes, and then candy for 2 hours.
Yep, and that's what people like more, even though they like video games.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a tough balance for me because I always get in. And by the way, I'm going to want to talk about the game a lot this week.
Me too.
Because we're talking about Wild Guns. And holy shit, this game is super fucking good. This game is wild.
It is a
Guns.
good game.
It's the first time since like the Mortal Kombat games that I've been like, oh, this is solidly not like, I guess it could be in the bottom 10 of the top 100. You know, that's like the best thing we can say about all the games we play now. But this is like, no, this is up there.
This was one of
this is up on IG's
This was definitely one of those where it's like, how in the fuck have I never played this video game before?
Yeah, it was a pleasant surprise, and I enjoyed it. Probably now I didn't get to as much time with it as I wanted.
Oh man, I've spent too much time.
What I played of it, which was, I mean, I played for a few hours, so I did all right.
Nice.
But I really liked it, and it's probably now on the top of my list as of the games we've played from the Super Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
Switch Online library.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yep.
That's what you have to look forward to, listener.
Boy, you guys what to do this week? Anything?
Henry's sick. Henry was supposed to get his COVID vaccination yesterday, and then he was supposed to get it yesterday at 5:45, and then yesterday morning. He was coughing and had a fever, and it was like, fucking fuck. We made it this fucking long, and the boy has the Rona. So Nikki took him to the doctor, and they ran like a COVID test on him. Negative.
Good.
Yeah, thankfully. Flu test, negative. Strep, negative. They scanned they did an x-ray for pneumonia. That all of it came back clear. Gave him a steroid and like some antibiotic. And then it's like today, he's just like, he's still coughing, but he's like, Dad, let me tell you 45 things about Minecraft right now.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, you're better.
Well, we have like a minor outbreak of RSV in our area.
What? I don't know what it is.
It's
Respiratory symptom virus?
Yeah, like it was.
I don't know what it is.
I remember that was the thing in the NICU. That was
It's
like
bad.
That was the
Yeah.
boogeyman
It's a bad
for
thing.
kids in the NICU. So, but like, you mean, once we got Jack, he got immunized against it. So it was good.
That is good.
But you have to go. He hasn't been. You have to get it every year, but he hasn't got it again recently because insurance is like, oh yeah, that life-saving medication. Nah, dog.
You don't really need this,
But
do you?
he's out of the danger zone for it. So, but like,
Good.
for in the NICU, it was like, oh fuck, like multiple kids died from it when we were there.
Jesus.
Well, these days, I mean, Cohen just got over the same thing. He had a low-grade fever and a bad cough. Same deal. You know, they gave him an antibiotic and sent him on his way. But this day and age, you're like, if you've got a fever and you're coughing,
Yeah.
you know, that's your immediate go-to.
Dude, I was stressed out. Like I was unbearable to be around. Like, I mean, it was just like, it was one of those where it's just like, leave me alone. I'm dealing with this shit the only way I know how, and that is to fucking shut everything out and like just think about this real hard. And it was just like, man, because like these were coughs that I've never heard these kinds of coughs come out. You know, it's like when you're watching
the croupy sort of
wet
cough.
Yeah. And it's like from somewhere like deep within the child. And it's like, where does that come from? But it's like one of those coughs where it's like you're watching like a horror movie or something, and they go into like this like dank apartment building that's like got dripping ceilings and moldy walls and shit, and then in the background
you're in rapture.
And it's like, oh man, oh shit, that's not good. That's probably COVID. But
I'm glad he's all right.
But it does suck that we have to wait for the shot again. Yeah. But hey, that's better than
small price to pay.
Jesus, man, I was worried. But it's all good.
Good. How's everything else been? Just
pretty good.
Again, yeah.
Pretty good. I've been pretty.
What was the game you played on Twitch?
Sweet Home.
Sweet Home.
Sweet Home, which is like a Famicom game from 1989. I'm like still on this. I'm a dead soul, you know, like through and through. And it's like I like playing horror games, and I like fucking dark tone games, and like Sweet Home is a game that we didn't get in America on the NES. It was like a tie-in game to a movie. It is a Capcom RPG that they did for the Famicom, where and it takes place in modern day, like late 80s.
20XX.
Yeah, 19.8X.
Or like, yeah, what was it 19XX for Earthbound, I think, at the beginning?
I think, yeah. I think so. So there's like these 4 like Japanese, I assume teens, young people who like go into a haunted house essentially to like take photographs of some like stone reliefs. And this is like the precursor to Resident Evil. Like it set the tone for for Capcom to do that. It's there's permadeath in it, so it's like, I mean, you can save scum, which I absolutely did, because it's like, oh, Akiko's dead. No, she's not, because I'm gonna fucking load this shit, so I don't I'm not miserable. But like each character has their own like special ability. Like one of them has the camera. One's the photographer, one's the like medic, and one's the dude with the lighter. So it kind of had like, I don't know. It had
one
like,
is Jill Valentine.
Right, yeah. I'm a member of STARS. And one has a vacuum cleaner.
I can pick locks and have a lighter.
Right.
Chris, what do you have? A knife. And no berry burger.
Oh, a knife. I guess that's good too, I suppose. But like one has a vacuum cleaner, so it's like absolutely like, oh, Nintendo got Luigi's Mansion from this game.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah. It was fun. It's you know, by the time I got done with that stream, I was like, off stream, I was like, well, man, I feel like I got really far in this game. Let me check a long play. And it's like, oh, they get to this point in the long play like 15 minutes in of like a 5-hour play. And it's like, oh, okay, I guess not. What have you guys been up to?
Well, I upgraded my dog this week.
Yeah? Dude, I'm getting a dog.
Got some rockets on her. She's ready to defend herself.
Rockets and spikes. No,
Fallout style.
I found on Amazon a dog collar that has a holder for an Apple AirTag.
Oh shit.
So I bought a collar and an AirTag. So now my dog has an Apple AirTag on her neck.
That's nice.
So I can like look on my phone, and if she got out, you know, she stays inside.
Hey Siri, where's my dog?
Yeah.
Don't you fucking answer that phone. Don't do it.
She did.
Yeah, I know. She tried. I muffled her. No, stop it.
But
Dave, we both know it's a sad story.
Clementine will remember that.
We've got a fenced-in backyard, so she stays out there a lot. You know, she doesn't get out, but if someone were to be an asshole and come and open the fence, or she broke off the leash or something, you know, somehow, I don't know, I could track her down that way.
Cool.
So now my dog is globally positioned for me to find her wherever she may be.
She's on the grid.
She's on the grid. dog, Miss Moneypenny 2.0.
Clementine is chipped, but like we almost let that expire every year, and then we get like a guilt mailing where it's like, hey, if you lost your dog, would you be sad? I was like, all right, here's money.
We didn't get penny chipped because our vet at the time only offered...
That's the mark of the beast for dogs, man. Hell no. I'm anti-chip, motherfucker.
6G, motherfucker.
You want to get your dog on internet cancer? Fuck no.
They didn't offer that. They offered it, but it was just a chip to identify her. If someone was nice enough to bring her in.
That's what this is, essentially.
This thing, as long as it's got a little pouch for the air tag, and it's got a screw that holds it in, like screws the leather.
You screw it into
together.
your dog.
Yeah, you bolt it into her face.
Pretty uncomfortable, but
this is for your own good.
Yeah, but so assuming the tag doesn't fall out, it is an actual location. So.
That's awesome. Is it solar powered or?
No, it's got a battery, but the battery lasts like a really long time, and it just uses like a little coin battery.
Okay, like a watch battery kind of deal?
Yeah, something like that. And apparently they made it easy enough to replace, unlike most Apple products.
Apple, yeah, about to say.
It's easy enough to replace and stuff. So
cool.
One of these days, though, apparently, like you can use it, like if you have it on your keychain or something. You can use it to find your keys or whatever.
So that's what I need to do, because the tile turned out to be not as effective as
really. I was about to bring up the tile.
Yeah, I mean, if I were to leave my keys somewhere, like it stops tracking it, or it's only good within so many feet. Like,
no, this thing will phone home. This is like on GPS satellites and stuff. But
that's what I need.
It also has the ability to make a noise, like you can make it beep. And I'm thinking about like. Here in about another couple of hours, when I know that my wife has fallen asleep, I'm gonna make that thing beep and freak the dog out, and then ask. No, I'm not gonna.
You could use that as like a legit like training mechanism.
Yeah, you could. It's not like a loud, but
as long as she can hear it. She should be. She can associate that sound with a feeling or something. Then you could use that as a training method.
We may get into that right now. See, we weren't making her wear a collar at all.
Naked.
And yeah, she was. And now because we got to thinking about when the dog attacked me.
Right.
And if something had happened and she had broken away and run from the dog, I wouldn't have had any way to find her. Now we put it on her when we take her for walks. But that's just sort of what took us to that place was we're going to put this thing on her neck and leave it on. So I got her like the collar's really nice and padded on the inside and comfortable, so it's not a pain in the ass to wear. All
so is she
time.
Perpetually excited, thinking she's going on walks, wearing a collar all the time?
Well, so yesterday is when we got it, and I put the thing on it, and I put her rabies tag on it and everything, and stuck it around her neck and left it, and she just sat there constantly under my feet, like, well.
Yeah.
When are we going? So what I did was I put her harness on and took her out for a short walk around the thing.
Dude, I love a harness for dogs.
Yeah, because it doesn't pull on her neck. Yeah, just for dogs. Though.
And
either way,
whatever. Not me though.
I love duct tape that sticks to itself and not to skin. I love it. So does Melissa.
I took her for a short walk, and then when we got home, I took the harness off and left the collar on. And so now she just sort of looks at me like, hey, you forgot to take this off, but I don't. So
right.
We'll probably take it off at night for her to sleep and stuff. But yeah, she's on the net. Follow her at. I don't know. She said I've had TikTok.
Her and Sandra Bullock.
Mozart's Ghost.
Yes. Thank you. Oh man,
not anything really interesting this week. That's all I could come up with. It's been a pretty boring week otherwise.
It's gone by real fast for me. I got like a cool thing to show you guys, which is like only going to be cool for you two here because it is not going to work well in an audio medium at all. I got this, finally. I kickstarted this. This is Putrescence Regnant. This is a Kickstarter album / Morkborg dungeon. It's not really like a campaign or anything, but check this out. So, again, everyone listening is not going to be able to see any of this, but this is on Spotify. Like, the music is on Spotify. So what this is a doom metal instrumental album that has been designed to be played while you are playing the tabletop one shot. So all the tracks kind of match up with different scenes and like different encounters and that kind of thing. Very much like we used to do, and I'm sure a lot of people do with their homebrew games. So inside the album cover itself is like the map of the one shot, and then like charts for random encounters, and then there is inside the vinyl cover there is like the actual one shot, which is like multiple pages, and then there is actually an album in here.
Oh, sweet!
Which
That's
is nice
cool
and like
looking.
Morkborg yellow. And I'm gonna run this on Saturday.
With a color like that, it has to be good.
Yeah, it has to be good. Nice. Hell yes. I fucking love Morkborg so much. It is like, and dude, there's a bonus track. There's a bonus track on the album. The dude who does the narration for Darkest Dungeon reads essentially the prophecy of the apocalypse for the setting, and it is like fucking chef's kiss. I mean, he like reads it out of like the core rule book, and I mean it is like, and it's set to this like low rumbling, like slow ass low doom metal track, and I mean it is like, oh my, I was listening to it on the way here and I was like, oh my fucking god, this fucking rules. So yeah, I'm just excited.
Sweet.
I'm excited
Fuck yeah.
about it. Yeah, and the album's really good. I mean, if you like doom metal instrumental, like, and I was like following the progress of it through Kickstarter, and they're showing videos and shit, and it's like the studio they recorded it in looked like a fucking like, if you played Phasmophobia, it looks like the fucking farmhouse from Phasmophobia, like a haunted farmhouse. So it's rad. It's very, very cool.
Sweet.
I'm super excited that it came in.
I will Spotify this.
Yeah, man, check it out. I recommend it. I would love to play that fucking prophecy, but it's like 5 minutes long and we'll get flagged for sure. So
Yeah.
I finished what there is of Tokyo Revengers, the anime that Rhythm Master Paul Korn recommended. That's about like time travel and deviant students and gangs. It's really good. I recommend it to everybody, but it ends on like an enormous cliffhanger. Like, I mean, like the biggest fucking cliffhanger that you could possibly imagine. Like Nikki and I were both like, and Paul
Who shot
warned me.
JR son?
Dude, I would watch an anime Dallas, and I didn't even watch Dallas.
That would be great.
I would love to watch
Who
like.
shot Mr. Bunsu?
Have you ever seen any of like the like Japanese dubbed Simpsons?
No.
Dude, check it out.
Oh, I will.
Dude, check it out. It's great.
will.
Like all the different. I love watching like just checking out all of them in different languages. We did that on Discord like one night during I think 2020 because of course, and it's like yeah, the Japanese Simpsons is choice. It's
Okay.
it's
All
very
right.
nice. That's very nice. So we moved on from Tokyo Revengers to Komi Can't Communicate, which is an anime that's on Netflix. It's current. They're releasing it like every Thursday. Man, it is super, super, super good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really nice. It's essentially about a girl who has like severe social anxiety, but everybody assumes that she is super popular, and they're like intimidated by her.
How I felt about every girl growing up. Because Melissa telling me, I was like, oh, aren't girls like always confident in knowing boys like them and not nervous about anything at all and just kind of aloof? And she's like, no.
Wait, what?
So basically, I thought every girl was just sort of an aloof, cool, like, yeah, whatever person, that no one had any anxiety or issues at all if you were a female. There was just a boy emotion.
Well, that reminds me of I don't know if you've ever have you watched any of Big Mouth?
Oh, God, the first 3 seasons?
Okay, that reminds me of Big Mouth when there's like moment where it's like, wait, girls get horny? That's what it reminds me of. But Komi Can't Communicate. It's really cool. Like, I mean, it's like a slice of life anime that has like some really cool, like over the top, like action sequences that aren't I mean, they don't really mean anything. They're just there for like, I don't know, evoke emotion kind of deal. And it's like, all right, that's very nice. Like I think the animation studio who worked on Odd Taxi, which I loved. I know they've done work for it. So yeah, it's cool. It's on Netflix. Check it out.
Yeah.
I finally got around. My son has been bothering me for years to watch HBO's hit series The Wire.
I've never watched The Wire.
I
I've
haven't
never
seen
watched
it either.
before, but he's been up my butt about it. Like, watch the show, man. You'll love it, blah, 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 blah. Finally started it, and it is very good. So
I've heard the first few episodes are a slow burn, but once it kicks in.
It is, and you got to watch it. You know, you're not going to have it running in the background because you're going to miss some stuff.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good. I mean, it's funny to see, because the show's like 20 years old at this point. And it's funny to see how, like, some of the old technology, that we would consider ancient was like brand new back then, like GPS tracker on a car or something.
Now we got that shit on dogs.
Yeah, exactly. Mobile phones and stuff are just starting to become like a thing. But the thing that got me...
Stop playing Snake, damn it.
Put down that Nokia
I got my bag phone. Here, plug it in the cigarette lighter.
We have crimes to solve about drugs. Is that what The Wire
It is.
All right, I got it.
Well, there's a little... every season supposedly is in a different department of the city of Baltimore. Like,
Okay.
it's the cops the first season, and they're still around in the subsequent seasons, but this time they focus on the Port Authority in season 2, and then I think there's something in this for the school system in season 3, and but it keeps all the same characters and follows their life and progress and how they get involved in all the stuff. But it was neat because like everyone was in that show at one point, and it's like, man, I know a bunch of people that actually now I know where they got their start.
Okay.
Just because they were in The Wire.
Omar, right?
Omar.
That's a name I've heard.
That's oh man, his name eludes me.
Sorry I did
He
that
just
to you.
recently passed away.
Oh, shit.
He overdosed. He was in I'm drawing a blank now. I do this every time.
That's okay. I have no idea. I've just heard the name Omar.
Super popular actor.
Johnny Depp.
Recently. I'm going to look
Clint
it
Howard.
up.
Remember Clint Howard was in The Wire?
First of
As
all,
Omar?
Omar is black. Let's just get that out there.
Jason Bateman. Christian Slater. Let's recast The Wire, a show that I've never seen
Let's
before.
whitewash The Wire.
A new segment we like to call Let's Whitewash The Wire.
Quirky actors whitewash The Wire. Michael Cera. He's...
The guy that played the priest in The Walking Dead. Did you ever watch The Walking Dead?
I did, but I don't know that I
was
got
the-
to a
he
point where
was
there's
in
a
it.
priest. Jesse Eisenberg.
No, wrong show. Oh, Michael Kenneth Williams is Omar. This fellow right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I recognize him. I didn't
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I recognize his face. I didn't
he,
recognize
he
his name.
recently passed away. I think
That sucks.
It does. He's so good of an actor. He was in 12 Years a Slave,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Lovecraft Country, which was a pretty weird little show.
I've heard that's good.
Good. It's out there.
I didn't see it.
A couple things, but yeah, he's in it. He plays Omar, and so anyway, I put it off too long. I think if you haven't watched it and you got some time to kill, put it in your playlist.
I still
worth a
gotta
watch.
I still gotta watch the damn Sopranos, and it's like, I just don't think it's gonna happen. I can't name a premier TV prestige TV show that I have watched from start to finish. I don't count Lost because that was on like ABC or whatever.
Yeah.
Melissa and I are rewatching that. It's just like,
Is it, bro?
this is fucking bonkers.
We did it
bullshit.
recently.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
that
was
makes
like
me to hear.
I was sorry that I rewatched it
the
because the
writers-
magic is gone.
Oh yeah, the writers are doing bad high school improv.
Oh, no.
Like,
It's not
my theory is that like they saw all the fan fiction,
Sure, yeah.
everything going on, and they're like, we don't want anyone to guess,
Yeah.
so we're just gonna keep changing it till it's a fucking mutant of what it originally was supposed to be.
They should have done it like I run D&D games, where it's like you listen to the players talk, and you're like, well, "That's a good idea. We're going to do that."
I've also done this.
I mean, that's my favorite way
Or
to
run
run
it like
games.
Jacob, where something happens where they guess what's going to happen. Fuck it, you're fighting him then.
No, I love I'll go on the record and say I love it when players write the game for me because it's like, cool, man. I just run
That's a better twist than what I had.
Yep.
Rolling some dice.
I just referee this shit.
But it's good. I recommend it. Kill some time with it if you want, or don't. I know everybody's got lots of things to watch, but I'm going to stick this one out because I'm enjoying it.
Tyler, what have you been up to? Watching The Sopranos?
I do need to. I still haven't finished the last half of the last season, but Melissa and I'll get to that eventually.
You watching the new Dexter?
We're trying to power
wanna
through
watch the new
Dexter.
Dexter.
We got through the same 4 seasons in our second run through that we did the first time, and we can't get to the 5th and the 6th season.
I've never seen the 5th and 6th.
But we've got Showtime.
Yeah.
And I really want to get started on it because the preview for it looked really good.
Grim told me it was excellent.
That's I heard Sean Muldowney comment the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just kind of one of those where it's like, if Nikki brings it up, we'll watch that.
It's a total departure from what I understand from like...
It needed to be.
It needed to change, in a big way.
What do they change? Do you know?
Well, for one thing, he lives in like Wisconsin now.
Oh,
so he's like way up north and it's fucking snowing and cold. It's like the polar opposite, literally, of Miami, where the original show takes place.
Right.
And he's not Dexter Morgan. He doesn't go by the name.
He goes by the name Surprise Motherfucker.
Some fries, motherfucker. Rude
Supplies,
eyes.
motherfucker.
Heart eyes.
Saw that the other day. And I can't remember much from the previews. I've only seen the preview the one time, but at some point I think his son finds him and makes his way up there to him.
I see. So is this like... So it's not a total departure.
No, it's the same character.
I mean, it's okay.
just he took off and
Gotcha.
is living under a different name in a different part of the country doing his thing. But
It was essentially busted, and his sister found out about him, and Deb was in a coma, and
he just got in his boat and left.
Yep, roared into her. I feel like there were like 4 different ways they could have ended. Instead of picking one, they did all of them.
Yeah.
So it was really... That last episode of Dexter was fucking weird.
Did they do it in a way where
it.
you could like interpret it, where it's like, well, I think this is the ending that is true?
Well, at the end, it just shows him... I assumed he was in Canada somewhere. Like, he's in there in a cabin wearing flannel. He's got a beard, and he's completely by himself. And then it just ends.
Sounds pretty sweet. You got internet?
Anyway, I totally cut you off.
No, it's good. Melissa and I are making more of a concerted effort to go to some mom and pop independent restaurants, which can be a challenge in Paducah since it's 95% corporate fast food.
We have some good ones though.
Yeah, some good ones.
The Thai restaurant. That's
Oh,
a mom and pop.
I fucking love that.
It's good shit.
I wish they didn't close so damn early, but
Or on Tuesday. There's like one day where I kind of get it. It's like if I ran a place and it's like, you know what? I don't like working on Tuesday. We're closed. I think that's one of like the great things about doing that.
so every Chon's closes on a different weekday.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Out
And
of the blue.
I guess the Jackson Street one is just donezo now, right?
I think it's permanently closed.
That is the end of a fucking era, right
really
there.
is. No, they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to
Jesus
put a sign
Christ.
like the one across the street
Opening
that says
soon.
opening
Washing.
soon.
Yeah, what now?
Yeah.
Now is Washing's time.
Yeah, time to rise again, Washing. Your army of cockroaches must assemble.
So we went. I mean, because there's a truck stop, 5 minutes away from here.
Yeah,
They
they got
used to
good
have a
pizza
big
there.
restaurant. The pizza place is great. We love that. And they had used to be a greasy spoon that I would go to after church all the time. It closed down. It was just empty. It's a great location right off the exit.
Yeah.
Huge. It looks like a mansion, like a brown shitty mansion.
It does look like a weird, we have a trailer, but we put wood on it.
It's real big.
Yeah. We couldn't. This is kind of a cabin.
This was originally like a Psycho style house overlooking all the truckers down below, overlooking the lot lizards from our weird big brown house. We'll make a restaurant because it used to be half of it was a family style restaurant, the other half was a diner for the truckers that was open 24 hours.
Yeah.
It all closed down. Nothing for a long time, which was like, that's a huge missed opportunity.
Yeah, and I gotta say that truck stop is like a disappointment as far as like the actual like convenience store part of it. It's just like, this is smaller than like every gas station. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
they got showers, and then it's like, do you guys sell beer here? Nope. All right, goodbye.
Oh, that fucking place. Yeah,
that's what we
went to get some gas there not long ago. And Dave was with
way
me.
more expensive than everybody else in the area.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, dude, run in there and get us a 6-pack. And he came out and he's like, they don't sell beer.
I even asked the lady, and she was like kind of dejected when she said no. I almost asked, you get asked that a lot, don't you?
By every trucker that pulls in. Because we went there dressed in our matching hoodies that one time and spent $50 on snacks.
That is right. And I think we talked about that on the podcast too. Wow.
Because the people look really weirded out by it. It's like, you could just drive to Walmart and get all this for like a third as much as you're paying for here.
Not worth the drive.
Nah, dog.
I like to pay full price for the stuff.
We got to represent.
I like the bougie zebra cake.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The Funyuns here have a certain je ne sais quoi.
Because I remember then they, like 2 years ago, they turned it into a Ponderosa.
Right.
Just like, that's good. That's something. Melissa and I went. It was terrible.
You got to go to the Metropolis one.
I know. You're right. Thank you. That is a good one. You're right.
That is a hell of a callback. Well done. Goodness.
Thank you. I'll be here all night.
Wow.
But yeah,
I go to Metropolis for weed and Ponderosa.
Because we went once. It's like, oh, this isn't very good. We tried it again. It was still like, okay, now we're not coming back. It's really bad again. And apparently it was terribly mismanaged after like 3-4 months out of business. Nothing in it again. So now they just opened a new like mom and pop shop in it. So Melissa and I are like, all right, let's go in. It was like TJ Maxx threw up because it's all like a group of basic southern moms decorated it. So it's everything has words on it. It's all the kitschy country jars with blessed and
and live, laugh, love.
Yeah, all that. Just every
dance like no one's
it.
watching.
Yep. Yep.
Ooh.
But we went in there. We ordered. The whole menu is just.
Please tell me it's like Asian fusion.
God, wouldn't that be awesome? Mexican sushi. It's what we do.
All right, everybody, sit on your wicker chairs, your white wicker chairs with light blue checkered cushion seats, and have your.
And here's some ayahuasca. No, it is Cisco the restaurant. Everything is frozen from.
Oh man!
I thought you were going with thong song.
The waitresses are wearing thongs.
Yes. Wow.
It's not a thing you want to see.
But yeah, it's just every single item is just clearly frozen and from a can. Here, we'll just warm this up for you. Like, it was fucking atrocious. We won't even give it a second shot.
Wow.
Like, this is sad because this is. Besides Chong's, we could have had this like right down the road from us, and pizza. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
No.
I guess they just figure, hey, trucks stop here, and there's nothing in that little gas station, so they'll eat whatever's here.
You don't want to cook, and you don't want to drive to Paducah. This is what you got. Chong's is really expensive now, isn't it?
It is.
And it's too foreign for you, isn't it? Come on down. Come on.
Dude, we had New Asia the other day, which is like our new, we do that over Chong's now. This is
I would too. Yeah.
Great podcasting for anyone who's not local. But New Asia is this Chinese restaurant that like I never go pick the food up. But because I was in such a fucking like, since I was so horrible to be around for like a full day, I was like, I'm gonna go pick up food. Just like I never do this. And I go and pick up the food. So because of that, I never know how much it is. And then I got to the counter and they were like, that'll be $45. And I was like, are you sure? Because like I'm looking at the box and it's like, I don't see like $45 worth of boxes in there. Like, okay, here you go. And I got home and I handed Nikki their receipt and I was like, this was $45. Is that like
Oh, that's down. Good.
Yeah,
we must have got a discount.
wow.
It's like, did we just get robbed? I don't know. And she's like, no, that's how much it is. And I was like, oh my God.
That's how I feel when I go to Chong's too.
Yikes.
I was having that. I had that happen to me at fucking Penn Station the other day.
Penn Station's
We
expensive.
hadn't had Penn Station in forever.
It's good, though.
And it is good.
Yeah.
And I wanted a Italian again, and I didn't want to do Michael's because just wasn't enough. But I went in there and I ordered. First of all, I forgot they don't do the drive-through thing. You got to order ahead if you want to pick it up, or you go in and place your order and wait.
And they fuck up my Reuben order all the time because I don't want the Thousand Island dressing on it.
Yeah.
They always put that shit on there.
Just Thousand Island, right here.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's it. Here's $45. Thanks.
I ordered a large Italian and a medium Italian.
Yeah.
And nothing else.
It's like a Mario and a Luigi. They call that.
Yeah.
Can I get the Mario and Luigi?
That's what
perfect.
they should call that. And I came up to the counter and I had that moment.
Toad or no toad?
She was like,
Hold the toad.
she was like, that'll be $28. I'm like, is that my order?
I'm sorry. I thought we were in a Penn Station, man.
I had 2 sandwiches, right? And she's like, yeah, you ordered the large, which was $11.99, and the medium, which was $8.99. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my fucking God.
No chips or anything.
Well, I
I'm
did
assuming.
have 2 bags
Oh,
of
okay.
chips, so they probably charged me like $2
Fucking-
a bag
dude,
for that shit.
Sandwich shops are like, what the fuck? It's like, are you guys like mining gold? It's
Oh, Subway.
I
Subway,
know.
man. I wanted to go because that's what the girls love, Subway. So I went and got them Subway, and I was like,
Oh, finally, we can eat where a pedophile doesn't work. Let's
sorry.
celebrate.
No, you can't.
Ah, shit.
Never anywhere. But it's like the California Baja Fresh, like turkey. I was like, okay, that looks pretty good with the avocado
It
and stuff on
sounds
it.
good.
How much is the 6 inches? $8?
$8.
How much is a foot long? $14.50.
That's more than $1 an inch.
It's like, fuck yeah.
Good Lord.
My inches aren't worth that much. Fuck it.
It's
So,
just
yeah,
it's robbery.
And now
That's-
it's kind of get to the point where it's just like, okay, if you want to, I need to start saving more money. So it's like, I'm going to have to eat at home more, have to cook more.
Need a
we went-
sandwich envelope.
nuts.
Yeah, no,
we
it's
went
crazy.
to Walmart for our groceries this past Saturday and just bought the stuff to make Italians.
Yeah.
So we don't have to pay for them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane how much they cost.
There is something about getting a sandwich at
know
a
it.
sandwich shop that I cannot fucking replicate at home. Like, I mean, even if I get like good bread that I like and like spend a little extra on cheese and the meat, still, once it's all together, it's like, this
not
is
the
pretty
same.
good.
You
But it is
got to
not
put
the
on
same.
poorly fitted plastic gloves.
Oh, that's what I'm missing out.
That'll help. Yeah.
I need to say things like, is that enough? Which I don't think they do at Subway anymore.
Or whenever you like, I'm going to put some mustard on the sandwich. Make sure you put on way too much. Like, whenever you're like, oh, that's enough for me. No. How would they do it at Subway? Okay, double that. Perfect.
I do like that though. I do like that though. Please cover up all the taste in that with mustard.
I got the black and blue, the new black and blue at Jimmy John's.
How is that?
Holy fuck, it is. That is one of the best takeout sandwiches I've
Really?
ever
It
had.
looks fucking
Fuck
good.
me,
I've
it
been
was
seeing the
good.
Jimmy's John's commercials about them.
Yeah,
Is that a hot or cold sandwich?
I got it cold.
Can you get it hot?
I don't think you get it. I don't
think
you
they're
get it
all
hot at
cold
Jimmy John's.
sandwiches.
They're all cold.
Aren't they? Okay.
But it's like horseradish mayo, blue cheese,
that sounds so fucking good.
shaved steak. Like it was fucking great.
Jimmy John's is one of those sandwich shops that I always really want to like, but dude, for whatever reason, their fucking lettuce, and I know I get weird about lettuce in sandwich shops. Subway lettuce, straight up diarrhea city.
Yeah.
It is absolutely
Straight up diarrhea city.
They treat that with some sort of parasite
Yeah.
before they put it
Right.
on.
They're like, yeah.
There's a bacteria or
Yeah.
something in a spray bottle that they put on the
Yeah,
Subway
in the
lettuce.
back, someone's laughing, spraying it down
Yeah.
with a chemical hose,
No.
being like they're worried about
The
5G.
scarecrow's got his gas all over.
Yeah, no, it's it's not just you. I promise.
But like Jimmy John's, I'm particular about their lettuce too, because for whatever reason, I don't know why, their lettuce smells moldy to me. Lettuce, I feel like lettuce should not have a scent, and their lettuce has a
It's
scent.
crunchy water, so it just smell like water.
Water.
It's,
right.
it's empty. It's empty vitamins.
Yeah. So it's one of those where it's like, but honestly, if lettuce or spinach, something like that isn't on a sandwich, it doesn't feel right.
No.
It's too slimy and too like, you know what I mean? It needs, even if there's like a crunchy pickle or
Someone
something.
go to Wendy's and get me a gelatinous tomato.
Right?
Finish this off properly.
The onions that they use at Jimmy John's are, I don't think they're grown in this dimension because holy crap, like
These are neutrino onions. We get from Dimension X.
you can smell them through the paper and the paper bag while it's still sitting in your car. Like they're just the most strong.
They're like from a cartoon where like
They have lines
The
coming
wavy,
off
the
of
wavy
them.
lines. Yeah.
But like I remember once I ordered a sandwich and I forgot to tell them to leave the onions off.
Yeah.
And so I picked off all the onions and threw them away. And like for the rest of the week, I even took the trash out. And for the rest of the week, the house smelled like those onions. I just can't hang with those
Dude,
onions.
those sound like my kind of onions, honestly.
You probably like them.
Like-
I mean, they're powerful.
I am
Like,
I am the weirdo where it's like, if I order something with onions on it for lunch, I can smell that until dinner.
yeah, I get that.
I posted something on Facebook like last year, the year before. I remember for some reason I'd eaten so many onions that day. Like everything I ate had onions on it. On the way back home, I burped and it made my eyes burn and water just from the sheer amount of onions. So I had to post on Facebook, burped, made my eyes burn. Somebody was like, get it.
It sounds like maybe Blake.
Probably.
I like onions. I just can't eat them.
Yeah.
They hurt my stomach.
Yeah.
Something fierce. But even those, when I could eat onions, and they're too much.
Yeah.
Just woof.
I just need to go there and order onions.
Yeah,
like
they-
bring my own Ziploc bag. Fill this up with onions. I'll give you $2.
A lead coffin, onions in it.
Oh, I like that. It's all like ornate and shit. And I come in all like dressed in like vampire attire.
Powder your face first.
Right, yeah.
Definitely.
Like what we do in the shadows style.
Exactly. Wear the clothes from 300 years ago type of stuff. Yeah.
Because I talked about the Korean restaurant we went to last week.
Yeah.
Because that was wonderful. And then I found because for Kenna for Christmas, I want to get her a setup like her sisters have, and have her a nice, cute like desk, gaming chair, computer, and that'll be what she'll get for Christmas.
Yeah.
So we found like a really good like pink and white computer desk on Marketplace. Got that for her. I found a really nice pink and white gaming chair. And then I went to Best Buy and they happened to have an all-in-one like $300 computer or whatever. Like it was white, it had a little webcam and everything on it. It was like, I checked the specs, it's like, this will run Minecraft and Roblox.
And that's really all that matters.
This is good.
Yeah.
And watch YouTube videos, that's all she needs. This is good. So I went to get the gaming chair, which the kind I originally found on Amazon was like stupid expensive, but I found one for like $50. It's like, shit, yeah, okay, where is
that
this?
it sitting out here in the garage?
Oh, I
Okay.
didn't see it.
Yeah. It's like, okay, it's in Fulton. Okay, well, that's a bit of a drive. That'll be worth it.
Yeah, how far away is that? It's like an hour?
About an hour.
Yeah, okay.
So when Melissa's talking to the people, they're like, okay, meet us on the side of the road at exit 1.
Like at the exit?
That's what she was like.
Like at the sign?
What do you mean? She's like, can we meet like McDonald's? No, come to exit 1 and just we'll be by the sign.
By the exit
Why?
1 sign.
By the sign. Like, why?
Like they're waiting
Why
at
do
the
we
border.
have to like? That she was like, that's really weird. But
It
they
is
were
very
adamant.
weird.
They wouldn't give her an address. They gave her a phone number, but it was just really like, come to exit 1 and we'll meet by the sign. She was like, is there like a landmark nearby? The sign.
The sign.
Okay.
Idiot.
Is there a place we can pull like
The sign.
Like just you pull up on the side of the road? Like there's a place you can pull in. Okay. So we drive out there.
Weirdos.
We drive out there early.
Yeah.
And like we hit exit 2's like Fulton. It's like, no, keep going. Maybe next is exit 1. We got
Here
out
it
there.
is.
And it was just like we pull in, it's just like, what the fuck are they talking about? Like this is just a normal ass exit with nothing around it. And like once you get off, go on the road, there was like a gravel turnaround. And then the other direction was like half a mile to a McDonald's. So it's like, what the fuck can't we be like right here?
Welcome to your murder.
That's why it was really weird. So we find a random mom and pop mom and plops.
I do like a mom and plop.
Bathrooms are always so clean at the mom and plop.
I like that. Yeah.
We went to a greasy spoon called the Smokehouse. Turned out to be fucking wonderful.
Cool.
Of course, gross bathrooms though, but wonderful.
Also
food.
an Asian fusion restaurant.
Polynesian Indian fusion is great.
Polynesian.
Laos Spanish. And then we still keep talking to them like, oh, we'll meet you there in a little bit. We're already here. We're under the sign.
Under the sign.
Under the sign. What the fuck are they talking about?
The exit one sign.
Because we were still at the restaurant waiting for our food. So it's like, you stay here. I'll just go.
Let me ask our waitress, ma'am, where is the sign?
I should.
Oh, the sign.
Oh, the sign where everybody meets.
Oh, you picking something up?
Oh,
did you get a chair?
the meeting sign for the swamp? Yeah.
Oh, the serial killers. Yeah, they always give people shit down on a sign.
So, I tell them,
sign.
you just stay here. I'll go. This is weird at this point.
Yeah, at this point.
At this point, you've passed weird.
Yeah.
You passed weird about exit 2.
Yeah. So I drive over, I pull over, as close to the exit as I can get, still on the road. Here, we're here. I'm looking around what the fuck are they talking about? And then I see a car with gold rims down the road.
Gold rims?
So I was like,
Jean Lafitte?
do you guys have gold rims? They don't reply for 10 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
You're about
now
to
they're not
get
even
murdered.
saying anything to me.
You're a ghost right now.
So
we're
I
talking
pull over
to
to that gravel lot, about to just say, fuck it.
Never
and
mind.
fine.
Yeah.
Is not worth it.
And they respond, are you having issues? And I was like, can you please give me a physical address?
Are you having issues?
I'm here at exit 1. Yeah.
Voice modulate.
Jigsaw. on
In
Zoom.
order to get this chair.
We want to play a game.
So I just said, I'm sorry. I don't understand where you guys are talking about. I'm here. I don't see anything. Can you give me a physical address so we can meet somewhere? There's a McDonald's very close. Another few minutes. We meet at McD. All right. So I just
Problem
drive
solved.
right to McDonald's. 3 or 4 minutes after that, they pull up. Very, very old couple.
Was it the car with the gold rims?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
okay.
I don't know who
That was
was
somebody else trading some other shit.
Right, yeah. Another chair.
So as soon as they get out, I'm like, hey, hi, where did I go wrong? And she's like, were you going from that way? We meant from this way. So we were just down this road. So I guess they meant exit 2 as being the first exit you get to.
Yeah.
Instead of exit 1.
There's no telling.
It was fucking dumb. They're like, yeah, we just live 3 minutes away. Then why the fuck couldn't we go to McDonald's? Or they're just so old, it's like, we're not going to move any further than we have to.
Maybe.
So there's that sign right there.
They sound like someone who sold something on Facebook and then someone came to their house and tied them up and stole all their shit except for that chair that they're now selling to you.
Because, the guy got it out and he's like, it never really been used. We got it for our grandson. He's 6'7" and 400 pounds and it was too small for him. It's clear it's a pink and white chair meant for a toddler. What? But it's clearly, it looks like it had ever been sat in. He showed me everything worked. I was like, great, here's your money. Thank you. And then, they leave and it was just that was really weird for just a little chair. But, I had some good ribs.
Yeah, that's good, man. I love ribs. Favorite food. Oh, man. Mm-hmm.
Ribs and breakfast burritos are foods that I love that I don't normally, when people are thinking about, what's your favorite foods? They're low-key some of my favorite foods I just don't always immediately think about.
Dude, I know I've said this before. I'll say it again. You turn me on to the breakfast burrito and fuck, man. That is some good Saturday morning breakfast
Damn near perfect food.
God, it's so good. I get that shit at Hardee's, and it's man, this is probably low-cal, right? Because there's just a tortilla. No, man, they just load that shit up with there's 4,000 eggs in this thing.
It's something akin to nacho cheese. We just we whip with lard and then just pump in there.
Yep.
And then this hypodermic needle right into the burrito.
Nikki's always nice, and she's like, and I went by McDonald's to get hash browns. And it's like, man, damn it, you're fucking good. Because Hardee's hash browns are the little fucking breakfast tots. Can right the fuck off.
Nah.
I need that. The McDonald's hash browns are when you go to a tourist destination and they're like, put a penny in this machine. And then it flattens it out. That's what a McDonald's hash brown is.
If I could get
We've got a box full of those pennies from different places.
Nice.
a good breakfast burrito with potato olays in it. Like that would be.
I haven't had. I don't know that I've had Taco John's breakfast yet.
I know Taco Bell does. I don't know if does Taco John's do a breakfast.
They do breakfast.
They do, yeah.
And I think their burrito has the option to put the potato olays in it.
That's
So
fucking good.
I want to try that out.
I hear Wendy's does breakfast.
Yeah, they do. I haven't had it, but they do it. It's like they do the bagel type stuff, bagel sandwiches. I think.
I do
They
love
almost.
a good bagel sandwich.
I like a bagel sandwich. for
Cannot
sure.
convince anyone in my family to eat one though.
Really?
They
Why
will
not?
not do it. To them, it's just that's for cream cheese.
Oh no, dude! I like
No.
making.
I don't know. You got to use it like I'm saying. No,
Ma-
no,
yeah,
no,
just
no,
use
no.
it like sandwich bread.
Yeah.
Like some of my favorite sandwiches is like at home is like turkey, fucking lettuce or spinach, of course, and then shitload of mustard. All right, on a bagel, on an everything bagel. Fuck yeah! Oh,
I mean, not to say that
Toast
bagels,
that.
bagels, cream cheese, and lox isn't something.
it's
Oh my
fantastic.
god!
die
Yeah,
for.
fuck yeah.
Ugh. Got that shit once in New York.
nice.
Oh yeah, that'd be
At,
nice.
at an actual deli, you
Nice.
know. Oh man,
Nice.
Can't come close to it around here.
I got a black and white cookie in New York, and that's about as good as I
Okay,
can get.
alright.
Yeah.
Who, I think it was Anthony Bourdain. Like someone asked him, like, what is a food that like America does better than anybody else? What is like our food? And he was like deli. Mm-hmm. It's New York deli.
Really?
You know, that's the best food America does.
Wow.
I believe it because a proper Katz's delicatessen sandwich. It's the titties, baby. Love it.
Man,
I
I'm all,
wish I
like,
could live in
turned
New
on
York.
now.
I love New York.
Yeah, I love New York too, but I couldn't
can't afford.
afford it. Yeah.
I don't make.
No. No, even
I
think
couldn't
about
live
it's-
on the street
no.
in New York for what
Right.
I make.
Yeah, it's daunting to even think about
Yeah,
how
it
would I
really
get there?
is. Right. Yeah, exactly. Go back. I need to go back. Meet up with Zeus. I need to
Yeah,
meet Zeus.
Zeus from Brooklyn.
And Sean goes up there sometimes.
Yeah.
In fact, he was
Sam and Joe were in Buffalo, very close.
last time I went to New York. I just missed Sean.
Oh, really?
Like by a day or two. He was up there at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't know he was up there until he'd already gone home. So missed out on that. But yeah, I love going there. It's a great place to
Yeah,
visit.
it's fantastic to visit for sure. I haven't been up there in probably a decade.
Especially in the spring.
Mm-hmm.
And we got lucky when we were there. The weather was perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cool and breezy and sunny but warm. Like it was warm weather, but it wasn't like that oppressive New
Sure.
York humidity you get
Like
in
a
the deep summer. But,
Crisp day with a warm sun
oh,
kind of deal.
man.
It's
Well,
a
no,
good-
it was July.
Oh,
but it was
fuck.
like it just wasn't hot.
Yeah.
It was dry and warm, but cool breeze blowing in. Man, what a perfect week in New York. I loved it.
Sounds good. Have you picked out your next restaurant that you'll be going to, Tyler?
Well, I guess we'll just see wherever, because my rule is always anytime we go out of Paducah, we don't eat at any place that we could have at home. No Paducah restaurants if we ever go out of Paducah.
Yeah.
That's worked out fairly well.
You mean,
So,
but I mean,
it's-
you'll still hit like McDonald's for a biscuit or something.
in a pinch, if we're traveling, it's in the morning,
That's-
something like
yeah.
that. But like once we're there and like
yeah,
you're
yeah.
seeking
You're
out
settled in.
meals
something.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
gotcha. Yeah. Man, you know what I've been craving recently is because I was playing Back for Blood, and one of the people I was playing with was like, we were talking about what we had for dinner, and I said like, "Oh, Popeyes," and he's like, "Yeah, I had some chicken too." From a place called Hattie B's. And I'm like,
Oh.
man, now I want Hattie B's. Dude, and I just ate, man. I love Hattie B's.
What's the other one?
Prince's.
Princess.
Yeah, which I still
That's
haven't
the
had.
original. I never had that either.
We were in Nashville a few years ago visiting my dad, and on the way out of town, Gage had asked us, "Will we stop and get him some Prince's?" I was like, "Sure." You know, I
Sure,
can't.
I'll wait in line for 45 minutes.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
do that. I can't do the hot chicken, but we'll stop and get you some or whatever. We got in, and it was mercifully not terribly busy. There was still a
wow.
lot of people waiting, but we were able to walk right up to the register
Okay.
Jeez.
to place our order. And they were like, "We only take cash."
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, fuck. Nobody's getting Prince's from here because
Yep.
I don't ever carry cash,"
Yep.
which
Neither do I.
I know you do, and
Yeah, I
I wish
like
I had. I wish I kept some with me all the time like that for just because there's nothing around it.
Yeah.
it's out like as you're leaving town. there's no ATM or anything nearby. So I was like, no, sorry, Gage, no chicken for you, buddy.
I don't carry a lot of cash, but if I don't have cash on me, I feel cut off, kind of. Like I feel
like you handicapped, maybe. Like you don't have that guarantee of being able to buy the thing you might need.
Right.
Yeah. Because believe it, there's still places out there where you're just not going to be using a card. Especially some of like these mom and pop places like you're talking about.
Yeah.
They'll
Very
just
true.
take
Like
cash.
Harned's in town is great barbecue and
Harned's is really
although
good.
I was like, man, I really want a hoagie. Like they do a great hot hoagie, and I
They
pulled
do.
up and it was like $8.50. And it's like, fucking, nope.
Price of
I'll go
sandwiches.
make a hot ham and cheese with some chili powder on it at home.
Yeah. They have good barbecue though.
Anytime anybody says cash, I always think of that. Oh man, I'm out of cash from Saturday Night Live, like Adam Driver's episode.
I don't think I've seen
Oh,
that.
I don't think I saw
After we're
that.
done, I'll show you guys.
Okay.
Is that the one where he did the undercover boss as...
Yeah.
I saw that
God, that was so
sketch.
good. Yeah, Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren.
I saw that one too. I think that was shared with me.
One of the people talk about how his son was killed. I feel bad because I murdered his son.
Right.
I'll be aside. Yeah.
Oh, you want to talk about Wild Guns?
Yeah. Speaking of murdered family, that's kind of like the setup for Wild Guns.
Yep.
Right.
I'll tell you what, before we talk, let me get out here and
Okay.
rest for a moment.
All right.
Because I don't think I can make it through all that.
Switch mode.
All right. Okay.
Now it's time for the game talk.
I like that. Do you mind if I?
Yeah, you like our
isolate
new bumper? That's
do.
a
Bumper, yeah.
that? New segment called Live Bumpers.
bathroom break.
Pew, pew, pew.
No, I want to go with light jazz.
Okay, it's fine. Here, let me just bust out my alto clarinet.
Yeah, and I've got my flute.
Yeah.
Like Ron Burgundy style. Aqualung.
I know that is a blue mage ability.
Yeah.
What,
Yeah.
Aqualung?
It's good against Genova in Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. I know it as a song by
Jethro Tull.
Jethro Tull. Thank you.
Genova on a park bench.
Aqualung.
Well, before we dive into Wild Guns, do you hear that?
I do hear that. It sounds like the earth is calling us.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's the spirit of our mother. I don't know. I can't tell. Which is it?
Is it a Sephiroth or
I don't know.
another alien or the real Sephiroth frozen? Half of him?
Fuck. That's a fucking Twitter handle that we need. The real Sephiroth.
Blue check.
Yeah. And you fucking better goddamn believe if my name was Seth, I would be the real Sephiroth.
Oh, that's good.
God, parents, you fucked up and named me David. What the fuck? Yeah, I do hear that, which ushers in a segment that we like to call Dave Reads from Wikipedia. Guys, Wild Guns is a 1994 space western shooting gallery video game developed by Natsume for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Set in the Wild West, not to be confused with the Wild Wild West, with steampunk
The
and...
longer it goes on, the less wild it gets. So, we're in the future, so yeah, it's just wild.
Man, if there had been a sequel to Wild Wild West, would it have been Wild 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 West?
Wildest of Wild Wests.
Or Wiki Wiki Wild.
Wiki Wiki
Says there is
Wild.
technology in that one.
All right. Do you think the Wild West Wikipedia entry is referred to as the Wiki Wiki Wild?
Man, I hope it is.
Wild Wild West.
I still haven't seen that movie, but after playing Wild Guns, maybe I should.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
The trailers look fucking horrible.
It's so bad it's good. It's just
Okay.
I mean, it's campy.
All right. Well, I'm down for that.
I mean, Kenneth Branagh, Kevin Kline, Will Smith. It's got a good cast, and
Yeah.
there's no shortage of them fucking with one another.
Selma Hayek.
Selma Hayek.
Selma Hayek's in it. I'm in.
I mean,
Sold.
Give it a watch. Just don't have too high
Oh
expectations.
God, no, I wouldn't. And it's one of those where it's like, it better be on a streaming service because I'm probably not going to rent it unless we're playing a video game that is based on it.
Is there Wild
I don't know.
West
Please be an
video game?
FMV.
It's got to be on something.
With like a Will Smith stand-in. Anyway, Wild Guns the story follows Annie and her bounty hunter, Clint, seeking revenge for the death of her family. The player controls either Annie or Clint, sidestepping and jumping in the foreground while shooting down enemy robots in the background and dodging enemy bullets.
May I present to you?
Oh, is there a Wild
West, the Steel Assassin for the PlayStation.
Oh, shit. What kind of game is that?
An action adventure.
Action adventure. Man, I was hoping you were going to say like something like
no, I'm sorry. It was planned for the PlayStation but canceled. It is for Windows.
Oh. I was hoping you were going to say it's a tactical RPG.
Wild Wild West is currently available to watch on HBO Max.
Oh, I can watch it.
Yes, you can.
All right.
Action adventure puzzle for Microsoft Windows, 1999.
Let's get together and watch that and Joe Dirt together.
We need to get on. We need to get on that Joe Dirt.
Joe Dirt, quick.
Said no one ever.
Said no one ever.
Sorry. At least not since the early 2000s. Hey, what are you doing after work? We got to get on that Joe Dirt real quick. So that's Wild Guns.
Is that my dirt? No, Joe Dirt.
Joe Dirt. It's Joe Dirt.
Joe Dirt.
Oh, man. I like that. I liked Wild Guns a lot.
I instantly
yes.
liked it.
I liked Wild Guns a lot.
I had no idea what kind of game it was, and whenever I always played as her
Annie.
Annie.
She's the best.
I played as Wedding Day Annie.
Yeah, you could change her costume
Yeah.
to white, black, red.
I played as Widow Annie.
They would have been perfect in
pink.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Oh, my
Like their
God.
look, everything was perfect.
Yeah.
But just starting the game, having no clue what it was or what it was, what kind of game it was, I instantly loved it. I was like,
Yeah.
yes, I have not played one of these in so long. A shooting gallery.
Not since Revolution X. The Aerosmith game, which you dodged that one.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I think they're all, all those gallery games they're all shitty arcade ports, except this one.
Yeah.
This one was built from the ground up for Super Nintendo.
By like 5 people
Yep.
at Natsume.
Yep.
They were told, hey, we need a video game.
Cheap and quick.
And they were like, okay. And they made it in 6 months with 5 people. The credits roll, and there are more people in it in the special thanks than people who made it.
Yeah. It's way more successful than that Bomboozled being such a side footnote type of game, This was polished. It was fast. It was exciting.
Dude,
I liked
it's
it.
fantastic.
A lot.
It's kind of one of those where it's like, of course, Natsume did Pocky and Rocky and Pocky and Rocky 2. So it's like they're good at making games like this.
Yeah.
But it's not what I feel like it's not what they're known for, you know?
We recently played a Natsume game. What was it?
It was Natsume Championship Wrestling.
Yeah, okay.
Not as good as Wild
not
Guns.
as good as
like,
Wild
by
Guns.
a fucking
By a mile.
Yeah.
I don't understand, for IGN to pick Pocky and Rocky, how did they fucking miss this game?
for
How
their
is-
top 100.
How
I
is
have
this game
no
not
idea,
on
dude.
the top 100?
And also, we went on. When I was on this soapbox when we did the Pocky and Rocky episode, they chose the wrong Pocky and Rocky game, in my opinion. I get why some people might like 2, but man, that action, the nonstop action of Pocky and Rocky 1, I like that. It's jarring in 2, where you stop and shop and buy things and go. But yeah, dude, I totally agree with you. Like, just fucking spoilers for the end of this segment, but like, this absolutely should have been on IGN's top 100 list. This is a fantastic Super Nintendo game.
It's unique. It's stylistic.
Dude.
It looks great. It sounds great.
Yeah.
The music is wonderful.
The controls are amazing.
Yep.
It
might be a little short, but
Yeah.
that's it. That's it.
but it's difficult.
But it's replayable, and it can be really difficult.
It's a difficult game.
But they give you when you dodge, when you jump or whatever, you can dodge bullets that are coming at you, and they make that pretty easy. So it's like it's playable. It's
Yep.
you're not kind of like in some of the top-down shooter stuff, where you're just being overwhelmed with things that you're trying to avoid.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that in this game, but not so much. They give you ways around it. They give you ways to avoid it and to still be able to enjoy the game. I couldn't figure out how to kill the dude with the knife. That was always in the foreground, right next to you.
Oh, so yeah, and that's kind of one of those things. I feel like this game has like a bit of a learning curve to it because I was in that same boat. Like I didn't know how to play this game for like the first 30 minutes because it's like, okay, I know how to shoot. That's great. But like the guy, you're supposed to melee him, and the way to do it is when he gets close to you in the foreground, you'll flash for a second, and you're supposed to hit the shoot button, Y,
and you knock
when you
him
flash,
back.
and you melee him with your gun.
I did get him
it looks
a
like you're
couple-
swinging a newspaper at it.
Yeah, it does.
Well, I did get him a couple times, but I didn't know how.
Yeah.
It was accidental. So most of the time I just avoided him until the timer ran out.
Yeah, because they
most
won't
of the
go
time he just
away.
kept me
until-
running,
yeah.
so I would just dodge side to side until I saw, I had to watch a walkthrough, like, how the fuck is this really what it is? I have to do a screen clear before then I saw, oh, there's a melee attack. Okay.
And yeah, I think the screen clears are cool. Like, so like you can press the X button and you do a screen clear, and you can hold up to 5 of them at a time, and like the animations are fantastic. Like, even though I played as Annie the most, every now and then I'd play as Clint, and it's like it's fantastic, dude, because it's like you use the screen clear, and Clint like uses like the box with a plunger on it. You know what I mean? And like plunges it down, and it's like the screen just blows up. It's like the fucking like Good and the Bad and the Ugly when they're blowing up the bridge.
Yeah,
and it's like, fuck yeah, man, this is awesome. Like the setting is like Weird West. And it's like it reminds me of, I don't know if you did you ever play any Deadlands, like the Savage Worlds setting?
I played one at Dragon Con, like a one shot.
Dude, like that is such a cool setting, and it's like I wouldn't be surprised if whoever made it was like, oh yeah, we based that on like Wild Guns, because it's like it's the Weird West setting in Deadlands is it's so cool because it's like you have gunslingers and you have like all these like Western tropes, but then you have what's called weird science, and it's like I played a weird scientist, and that's where you get shit like jetpacks, where it's like you can like roll a weird science and be like, I'm inventing a jetpack, and it's like if you do enough of it, you're like an artificer in D&D. Eventually, you'll make a jetpack, and then everyone's like, well, that's weird. That dude has a jetpack, and it's
kind of like the Doc Brown thing.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Like
Absolutely. Back to the Future
ice
3.
or sights for rifles. And
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
That setting, I think, would be perfect to do a Dark Tower game. And I would love to do a Dark Tower game in Deadlands using Savage Worlds. Like, I want to get that rule system exactly and run a Dark Tower game.
Dude, that is a super simple system, and it's like they like lean into it too. Like, again, I'm not talking about Wild Guns right now. I'm talking about Deadlands. Like, instead of rolling dice, you play with cards. And I think that's really neat because that ties into like the Western trope of like, playing poker and like a saloon and stuff like that. And it's like this game, I had like a weird, because I was like, where did they get this idea from? Like, where do they get this setting? Because the setting is really cool. I mean, it is like you got a boss you fight on an armored train who is in a jetpack throwing dynamite at you.
Which I love that you could pick it up and throw it back if you're quick enough.
Yeah. And it's
fire in the hole.
Yeah, and it's like, and it's beneficial to do so a lot of times because it's like when you're picking up the dynamite during that whole entire animation, you have iframes. So it's like you are invincible while picking up dynamite. So it's like if you see dynamite on the ground, fucking pick it up because you can breathe and bullets, you're unkillable. You're fucking Tony Montana. So like, they're like on that same level, that armored train level. They're dune buggies. There's just all this
little dune buggy
in the sand. There's like cyborg horses that like Vampire Hunter D rides. I mean, there's like all of this stuff that is just like cyborgses. Yeah, quest
horseborgs.
Horseborg.
There's like one of the bosses in this game is legitimately a giant crab that is like mech'd out, and it's like it looks honestly like, okay, so Sephiroth rips Genova out and then someone put a crab in it and it grew real big. Like, I mean, because it's all like wired up and shit. It's just
the robot bandito mini bosses.
Yes. Yeah, wearing the bandoliers and you have Gatling gun arms. And it's like all of this stuff I feel like if they didn't polish it would seem really super lame. But it's like this game, they fucking polished this game. Like it's beautiful. It is beautiful. Like the colors are fantastic and they fit the setting. And it's like all the sprites. Dude, the first boss of the game, you fight this giant robot that legitimately looks like Robo from Chrono Trigger got juiced on Bane's venom. And it's like you're shooting his head and he is enormous. I mean, this is like arcade style. Like,
and you get the T2 grenade gun while you're fighting him.
Dude. I mean, and it's like so much. There's so much in that where it's like the bosses in this game they're huge, and it's impressive.
You get the scope of size because everything is very nicely scaled. Everybody's the right size, and the bosses look bigger because everybody's a little bit smaller.
Sure.
Yeah, it all works really well.
There's a thing that I kind of got tied up in often. Hey, there's also, speaking of tied up, did you guys use the lasso much?
Couple times.
I never used it.
Figured out what it was.
When I watched a world record speed run, and it was like, oh, I was not using that effectively at all.
Yeah, I eventually, because I was trying to make a long play for this game, and I can't beat this game without using a continue. Like I can get to the last level.
Yeah, you get hit, you're dead.
But it's like it's Contra style.
Hit.
Yeah, you get hit and you're dead, and you run out of lives. And then you can use a continue to pick up from the beginning of that stage, which seems like a pain in the ass, but it's really not because the stages are like...
It's like 60 seconds.
They're not super long.
Yeah, they're not super long, but they feel long enough.
Because you get two stages and then a boss. Because you get like your Mega Man style learning stage when you start.
Yeah.
So the two segments, boss, and then you can choose 4 more levels.
Right.
Clear those and you get your Dr. Wily stage like at the end there, the boss stage.
Yeah, and that's a great way of putting it. I do wish there were more levels. I know that there was Wild Guns Reloaded as a thing that came out, which added like 2 more players or 2 more characters that you could play as and a few more levels.
I want Camacho from Sunset Riders in this game.
Oh man, what a crossover. Look, guys, I think this is a better game than Sunset Riders. Like, I mean...
Yeah, absolutely. And I love Sunset Riders.
This is better. Sunset Riders is excellent, but like, this is better. Like, this is a super... This surprised me. I've heard people say good things about this game, but holy shit, I wasn't expecting to be like, oh yeah, this is like really good. Yeah. Like, you could like put this out today.
I want to fan patch this game with the Three Amigos. Sorry, and their screen clear is their...
My God, that would be brilliant.
Jesus. Oh my God, please. Or
it could just be Steve Martin and Martin Short. We don't have to have Chevy Chase in it. It's fine.
Or they make a sequel to the Three Amigos and it's set in Weird West.
There we go.
It's like Blade Runner style.
There you go, yeah.
They need to make the sequel now.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they need to make stuff.
No, well, hear me out. Yeah. Westworld... only with the Three Amigos.
Dude, I never saw Westworld. but I'm down.
I'd started to, and it was interesting.
Stuff. It's interesting.
Yeah.
This game, and I'd just coincidentally been talking to Dalton about it, but this game made me want to play Wild Arms so badly.
I will say that I got this game's title confused with Wild Arms quite a bit.
Yeah.
And Wild Arms is a PlayStation RPG.
Well, yeah, it's a very similar theme. Like it is... But it's an RPG, Wild Wild West, but there's technology, there's magic, it reminded me a lot about this. Because graphically, it holds up outside of combat. Wild Arms still looks great. It looks almost like this game. It's cartoony and fun. It's the battle screen that does not hold up. Because once you go into battle, it is triangular, polygon, rough PlayStation 3D graphics.
I watched someone stream it, and that
looks
rough.
like garbage. But outside of the puzzle solving and stuff like that, because you have 3 different characters who function differently and have different tools to solve puzzles. Like the gunslinger character has a mouse. So the mouse you can send out to go flip switches and run back to you. So one character who can he can move boulders. So you can move boulders out of the way so you can get the mouse to crawl in the holes to flip the switches. And one girl can move fire to light candles to do whatnot. It's great game. Great game. I want to do it someday. But Wild Guns.
Yeah, Wild Guns. Yeah, I want to play Wild Arms too, for sure. There are like a bunch of PlayStation RPGs that I really want to play, but honestly, I should have played them when I was much younger.
Well, Wild Arms also has a Wild Arms F that is a much better remake. Yeah.
Interesting. What did that come out on?
PlayStation 2, maybe?
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm down to check that out. Yeah, Wild Guns is like... So there are a couple mechanics in Wild Guns that I got tied up on, and that is, first of all, there's like a Vulcan meter at the bottom of the screen. It's this bar that starts out empty, and as you shoot incoming bullets, that meter fills up. And once it fills up completely, whatever weapon you're holding becomes a Vulcan gun.
Looks like a minigun, because I was like, what is a V-gun? Like,
a chain gun, minigun, yeah.
And it deals a lot of damage, but most importantly, when you are wielding it, you are invincible. Like that is the most important thing, because like there are a lot of things shooting at you constantly in this game. But what I would always get hung up on was trying to build that meter, so I would put myself in risky situations just so I have bullets to shoot and try to farm that meter.
Yeah.
Because like I'd always try to get that meter built up where it's like, oh, I know a tough boss is coming up, and I want that meter to fill up during that boss battle.
The speedrunners I watched, that's what they did. It would just melt a boss immediately.
But it's hard to do. It's hard to manage that meter.
It runs out. It's not like you hold that gun until you die or clear the stage.
Right.
It starts running out.
Yes.
It's like invincibility.
Right, yeah.
In any other game.
Yeah.
But it's wicked powerful.
It deals a shitload of damage.
If you can time it right, then you can get it just to the point where you need it to be before a boss, and then shoot a couple more bullets, and then you can unload on the boss.
Yeah. And it feels great. I mean, it feels fantastic to melt a boss. And it's like, this is one of those games where it's like, I played through it, beat it, played through it again, beat it, played through it again, beat it. And I'm trying to get a long play. I don't think I'm going to be able to do a long play of this game on our YouTube channel. But like, that's what I was going for. And it got to the point where it's like, I feel like I'm getting diminishing returns on this, and it's like I'm probably just going to pass. But like at some points, I'd be like, okay, how did someone else do this? And I'd look, and it's like every time I'd look, I'd learn something new about the game. Like that crab, you can lasso that crab. And like there's a point in the fight where like he covers up his weak spot with his claws, right? And it's like you can't shoot him. He's invincible during that stage. But you know what you can do? You can lasso him while his weak spot is open, and then you got full reign to just, blast him in that weak spot. That like, and the boss fights reminded me of Metal Combat, like Falcon's Revenge, and like, because it has this like punch out style fight. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like you look for the tells, and you memorize the patterns, and then like you utilize and you like optimize like when to strike. And that's like all these boss fights are about that. And I think that's a lot of fun. I mean, that's like that pattern recognition, like it just itches, like it just scratches an itch for me where it's like, yeah, this feels fucking good.
Yeah, you learn what to exploit and then you go to town on it.
Right. Yeah.
Very good.
I think the first time when I sat down and turned it on, it might have been 20 seconds before I died. But it's very much I felt like, what's that, Mutant Darwin? You're slowly adapting every time you play it to be a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. To the point, like I wasn't save scumming as much to try and get through it.
Yeah. No, the first time I played it, I played it on the Switch, and I did use the rewind feature.
Absolutely. And I did too. But it didn't take away from it at all. No.
It
was just like, I just want to stay in because...
Right. No, it sure didn't. And honestly, it was a nice, it was nice training wheels for because when I was trying to do the long play, I was playing on the SNES, so I didn't have any save states or anything like that. But I was able to hang in there because I'd practiced those segments, by utilizing the rewind feature on the Switch. So, this is a great game to have on the Switch, with that feature because, I mean, if you do die, you don't have to go back that far, but also if you can rewind it, you immediately can,
not do what you just did.
You learn.
Yeah.
You can implement what you've learned immediately, and that's cool.
Because what the different guns are your standard gun that you have,
which is fine. I mean, it's
pretty
very
okay,
rapid fire, single shot, early opening contra gun.
Yeah,
basically.
Absolutely.
And then you've got
the machine gun,
M16 or whatever. Yeah,
which is just like your regular gun, but probably about 3 times as fast.
Yeah, the
and
shotgun,
it's more powerful.
The shotgun,
which is obviously slower to shoot, but more powerful.
Yep.
Each blast takes out a boss that would take 2 hits in 1 hit, type of thing.
Then there's the grenade launcher, grenade gun.
I love grenade. Oh man, that's the good shit right there.
Ooh, that was satisfying.
God, that's the good shit.
To you,
yeah,
just
dude.
Like, foom, foom,
oh
foom.
man, on that armored train level, because it's like there's several points where it's like you'll be fighting a train, and the train will have like cannons on it, and it's like if you have the grenade launcher, you can line your shot up to deal with both cannons at the same time, and it's like that's a really good feeling.
And it's powerful. I mean, it's
super
just
powerful.
And what I really, really, really love about this game, and like all those arcade shooters, Resident Evils, and things like that.
House of the Dead.
House of the Dead. You got to shoot off screen to reload.
Yeah.
I love that you just never had to reload.
Don't have to worry
Just
about it.
Lay into
Yeah.
them, and I love that part so much.
And I'm glad you brought up like House of the Dead, because it's when I first started playing this game, I was like, man, I wish this was a light gun game. And then like, I don't know, probably about halfway through the game, I was like, I'm glad this isn't a light gun game, because it's like you control the reticule with with the D-pad
or the D-pad, yeah.
And I will say that it does get a little clumsy sometimes, because it is impossible to move the reticule without moving yourself unless you're shooting. So it can get a little clumsy. Like there have definitely been, and there were definitely moments when I was playing where it's like, I wish I could hold down the R button to not move while I'm shooting. Like if I could just stand perfectly still and then move my shot around the screen, that would be great. I mean, to me, it felt like in like Diablo 1, where you learn, I can hold down shift or whatever and not move when I attack with the sword. I want that in Wild Guns.
It's like I want to be able to pause strafing.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
that's all you do
strafing.
is you're just strafing back and forth and jumping and stuff like that. But yeah, it would have been nice to hold still and just move the reticle around, because that did get cumbersome.
I have the sudden memory of Dave. We were Granite City. We were in Nikki's hometown, and
probably for our wedding. I think that's the only time we've been in that area together.
Well, we'd had a few drinks, and we were at like a pizza place, and they had a House of the Dead. And you were like,
"Oh yeah,
I want to mash this shit like
Deadpool style."
And,
yeah. That was at Pantera's Pizza.
Okay, yeah.
And I think that like spawned like one of our Patreon goals, where it's like, if we got to a certain amount, we'll get a Deadpool pizza, and a Deadpool style House of the Dead at Pantera's. Man, and don't get me wrong, I love light gun games, but I don't know, man. There's something about this gallery shooter style that honestly is just less fatiguing.
Yeah.
Like
you don't have to put your whole body into it.
And it's like playing this with like the Super Scope, which was the option.
Oh, God.
Would have gotten old pretty fast.
It was hard on Metal when you play Metal Combat.
Right.
God damn.
Which was a great game and that I liked. But yeah, you really had to endure it. You had to be like, fuck, man, I wish the segment between battles was longer so I could like take a longer break.
I need a masseuse to rub down my shoulders that are tense the whole time with the Super Scope on it.
Yeah, no shit.
Put an eye patch on to rest that eye that's looking through the...
You got some maneuverability in this game while you're shooting. If you jump while you're shooting, you will roll in whatever direction you are shooting. If you are not shooting, you can jump, and you can jump straight up. You can jump left or right, and there's also a double jump. But you're not invincible while you're jumping, which is usually became a problem for me. And I learned like pretty fast. Okay, just roll.
Yeah, stay low.
Just roll, stay low. Yeah, because like
when you roll, you dodge bullets that are coming at you. Even if you cross the path of the bullet while you're rolling, you're safe. You don't get shot
unless you roll into a bullet at the end of your...
If the roll stops at a bullet, yeah. But I liked how they had little indicators of where the damn bullets were going to be.
Yeah.
Like they're telling you what to avoid.
Yeah.
On the screen, little red and blue
bosses
indicator.
have like missile launchers you see on the ground, so you have to position yourself in between.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you guys ever get the pellet gun?
The pop gun.
Yeah, there we go.
did
The
get the
cursed,
pop gun.
the cursed
Yeah.
item.
Pop, 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 which is just like...
Oh, nothing's happening.
Yeah.
What am I doing? Okay, shit.
The only thing you can do with it is shoot incoming bullets with
Which
it.
I had that shooting incoming bullets, and then I got the V gun.
Yeah.
Off of the pop gun.
Right, yeah, yeah.
Then I was able to clear the stage and be
Well, it's
done.
like Magic Carpet Gyarados. It transforms into something much better.
Dude.
Yeah, yeah.
If that's not your achievement, then, then I don't know what, because that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, that is my achievement. I don't know what to call it yet. Give me a minute.
Magic Carpet Gyarados. The stages in this game are fantastic. Like there is...
There's the inevitable saloon.
Right, which is Carson City, in which you meet, like you said, the cyborg banditos with their like bandoliers that are reoccurring mini bosses in the game. You meet there's this like tall ginger guy who looks like the EPA dude from Ghostbusters.
Okay.
The moment I saw him, I was like, it's Peck. It's Peck from Ghostbusters. Yet this man has no dick. And like he like you'll shoot him enough and he'll start scrambling around on the ground and you can't shoot him until he stands back up. But if you do not stay trained on him with your gun, he will shoot, I swear to God, the fastest shot in the fucking game. One pistol shot that is like so hard to dodge, so hard to shoot. So it's if you don't stay on him, or like when I was watching like talented people play it on YouTube, lasso him up, and when he's lassoed, just fucking go to town. He shows up. That's all in Carson Center, and it's like, dude, the fucking like so much stuff in the background is destructible, and like all these stages,
How you get power ups and gold and gems and shit about busting the scenery.
oh, it's so great because in that saloon where you fight Peck,
It's like a better Mad Dog McCree.
I've never played Mad Dog McCree, so I can't really throw shade.
God, man.
I've seen it, but I've never played it. Like in that saloon, you can you destroy the tables in there because they're providing cover for the enemies. There are like dudes who pop up from behind the counter throwing dynamite. I mean, it's non fucking stop. There are like levels, like there's a gold mine, and there's like this whole segment where you're fighting like zeppelins like in the distance, and it's like you can pick up dynamite and throw them at the zeppelins. There's like an ammunition depot. That's the one that has like the big giant crab at the end. The armored train, which has a jetpack dude.
There's a gold mine.
Right. In the gold mine, the boss of that is like this Metroid-esque
They have the
looking
big purple
alien that has like its body. It's just like a spherical body, and it is just made out of crystal. And the longer you shoot it, the more it chips away until finally it breaks. And then it just releases spores. And it's like these spores like slowly drift to the ground like snowflakes. But when they hit the ground, they like erupt in this like bright blue column of energy. And it's like, holy shit, this game is fucking wild guns. Fucking wild. And then there is the Desolation Canyon, which has a big tank at the end. Probably, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
The big tank. Do you know what the big tank's name is?
No.
Desert Storm.
Oh, no.
All right.
It's a giant tank.
Count it.
Instead of having like a cannon, it has like the world's largest flamethrower on it.
What's it's called? Norman Schwarzkopf.
Once you get through all those, you go to the final fight, which is the Kid is his name, who is essentially like
Dr. Robotnik.
Dr. Robotnik, yep, who murdered Annie's family. You fight him, and honestly, like compared to some of the other bosses, he's not that bad.
Yeah, he looks like a mid-boss.
Yeah.
He just has big shit going on around him.
Yeah, for sure. His biggest thing is like he's got this gun that is a lot like a grenade launcher that'll fire up in the air, and you have to watch like the muzzle flare on it to figure out what pattern that the grenade is going to go in. Fucking great game.
Yeah.
It has a 2-player mode that Nikki and I tried. My only complaint with it is it's not friendly for it's not good for playing with somebody who has more experience than the other person. Because I today, after playing hours of Wild Guns this week, literal hours of Wild Guns, was like, hey, I want to try the 2-player mode out. Do you mind? She's like, sure, let's fire it up. We fire it up. This is her first time.
Right.
She's dead in 5 seconds. And she's like, what happened? I'm like, oh, yeah, you got to use that. And I'm playing. I'm like, can you press start or something to get back in? Nope. She had to.
Let me go ahead and finish the game.
Exactly. She had to wait until I died in order to continue. And it's like, there needs to be a better system
You need
than
that
that.
jump in mode.
Yeah.
Like, you used to be able to drop another 50 cents and pick up in House of the Dead, that kind of thing. So yeah, you should be allowed to do that.
I guess they didn't do it because the continues in this game are unlimited, which is nice because the difficulty, I feel like, is pretty. It's steep. Like it's pretty difficult, but it's very forgiving. They let you get back into the game as many times as you want to, and I think that's the right call. Because otherwise, it just wouldn't be accessible. Like I can't imagine playing this game and like getting 3 stages in, running through my 3rd continue, and it being like, all right, you got to start all the way over from Carson City. And it's like, fuck,
That
man,
would
I
be-
don't really want to do that.
That would be discouraging. Yeah. Yeah.
So, and
very
then there's
good.
also a 2-player versus mode, which I thought was going to be like we shoot at each other, and that's not the case.
You're trying to outscore them or something.
Yeah, you play on the bonus stages from the 1-player game,
Just like your classic shooting gallery with like guys you're supposed to hit and guys you're not supposed to hit.
right? Like stand-ups. Like the first one, you're firing against like stand-ups of like the big bad villain, and then the second one, it's very much like Street Fighter 2, where you're like hitting barrels and stuff. They're like dropping from the ceiling, but instead of using your fists, you're using your guns.
The 3rd one, you shoot a Honda.
Yeah, right, yeah. The 3rd one,
It's just sitting there. You just shoot it over and over and over.
the 3rd one, you test your might, and then you shoot through 6 boards.
6 blocks of ice.
The 3rd one has like these giant flies that you shoot, and then they tally up your total score, and then one character celebrates and the other one does not. So, I mean, it's not a lot of depth there, but on one hand, it's
They only had 5 people in a few months. They did pretty damn good.
yeah, and it's cool to be able to practice those bonus stages because score is really important in this game. Like you earn extra lives for every 100 points that you earn, and earning a 1-up in this game is super satisfying because it plays the fucking good, the bad, and the ugly riff.
Yep.
Do-do-do-do-do. And it's like, how did you not get sued? I'm glad you didn't. But man, it's so like, it's good, man. It's good shit. I loved it. I loved this game.
It was very, very good. It's the best game best game for this system that I've played since Metal Combat.
I really
I
like.
probably like it more than Metal Combat because I didn't get fucking tired of shit trying to play it. So
Yeah, Metal Combat's exhausting. I mean, I liked Pocky and Rocky. I feel like, and I liked Poppin' Twin B. I feel like we've had some good ones recently. I've been kind of surprised by like there are some good SNES games on the Nintendo Switch that are not first party games, and I mean there are a lot of fucking not great ones too. But it's nice. It's nice that this is on the Switch. I mean, how fantastic is that?
Well,
I love it.
Ignition Factor was fun for me because it was fresh. It was a new concept, and I liked that about it. And I thought it was a really fun game. This one was just fun right out of the box. It was just it's easy to pick up and play, and yeah, it's been my favorite so far.
Yeah,
sure.
same. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I go so far as to say is like, and obviously, I've said this before, but it's like, I'm not like the biggest Yoshi's Island fan, but I mean, it's like, this game is better than Yoshi's Island, in my opinion. Like, I mean, and I know they're two different kinds of games for sure, but like Yoshi's Island is a game that I'm always like, man, this game looks so good. It's beautiful. I love this illustration style. And then like, I don't know, man, like 40 minutes in, I'm like, this is like the same shit. You know, it's like, does it get faster or like anything different? And it's
well. See, as much as I fucking adore Yoshi's Island.
I know that
it's
I know
top,
that you do.
It's a top game for me, but they've never been able to recapture that magic. Every other Yoshi's Island entry just does not hit the same.
Yeah,
they try and do. I'll do a little bit 3D. Don't do any 3D. Do all the same good shit you did before, but they always inject something that I feel like takes away from it and it's not as fun. So that original Super Nintendo one,
yeah.
Good shit.
And I'm not trying to shit on it because
because
I
don't
know
like
that
it. That's
you like.
fine.
Yeah, I know that you love it, but it's one of those that just never has. It's never clicked with me.
I get that.
As much as I do love the style is fantastic.
Man, I love their art direction.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah, it's great. But I don't know, man. I honestly, I even think that like the shooting mechanic in it is very, very cool. Like that is a cool, fresh perspective on that. But it always just kind of feels like out of all the Mario games, the one I would draw a direct line to is Sunshine. Like, I mean, because it's so different.
Yeah.
And the mechanics in it are
That's fair.
so dependent on like a completely different mechanic that it kind of feels like a completely different property even. You know?
Yeah.
So anyway, I get my point is that I do think that this game, Wild Arms, Wild Guns, is fantastic.
Yep.
And then like it is better in my opinion than some of like first party stuff, which is super rare because that stuff's all good.
It's very rare.
It's all good, even if it's like not my cup of tea. It's like even like Super Metroid, where it's like, all right. I mean, people love Super Metroid, and I've played it, and
get it.
I get it. I appreciate it. I understand why people love it, but I mean, it's like this to me is up there with those games. I mean, this is that good.
Yeah, I think it's a top 50 on the Super Nintendo for me, I would say.
This might be like top 15. Like this is like, and some of that might be just the freshness.
Yeah.
And how we've been starved.
Yeah.
I was like, man, that rotten fish, it's fucking delicious, man. I haven't eaten in 6 days. That rotten fish, man, fuck yeah. I put it up there with fucking steak.
Man, hunger is the best spice.
We've had some pretty good ones lately. I mean, we've done a few really good ones on here, but this is definitely the top of the pile.
Absolutely.
Did you guys have any achievements?
Well, I have.
I know Ian's
I don't
got
know
one.
I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to call it. And to earn that achievement, you get the V gun with the pop gun by shooting bullets that are fired at you.
What kind of guns do Vulcans use in Star Trek?
I mean, phasers, I guess. I don't know.
Fuck. I was hoping there was
Vulcan
like a special...
phasers.
All right, okay. Set phasers for fun. I've got 3 achievements. The first of which is Fool's Gold. In order to unlock Fool's Gold, get shot and die while shooting a bag of gold, which has happened to me so many times. This game does, because that's how you pick up power-ups. You shoot them, and this game does a fantastic job of like baiting me to shoot and collect all these fucking power-ups. And it's like, while that's happening, everybody in the world is shooting at me. And the next achievement I've got is It's a Hard Knock Life. In order to unlock It's a Hard Knock Life, you play as Goth Annie by selecting her black costume, who I always played as. And then the third achievement I have piggybacks on that, and that is Yin Yang Twins. In order to unlock Yin Yang Twins, you can either whistle while you twerk or play 2-player mode as 2 Annies, one in white dress and the other in black. And that is what Nikki and I, that's how we played it. Because I was like, don't play as Clint. He's fucking horrible. He's slower than Annie. And like the only thing that's better about Clint is his melee is stronger. And it's like, why does that fucking matter?
It does not matter
at all.
Because the melee enemies are so few and far between, and Annie kills them in one shot. Well.
So what's the difference? Yeah.
So maybe maybe his melee is faster. I don't know.
I'll build on your yin yang twins.
All right.
I've got two. The first one is dynamite hack.
Oh shit!
And you throw back dynamite and kill 10 enemies.
Fucking all right.
And then I've got the bride, which you beat it as white Annie.
Nice. Or Beatrice.
Yeah, there you go.
If you get it, you get it.
Tricks.
Kiddo kills the kid.
That's pretty good. I would love to play so let's get the Three Amigos ROM hack, and then let's get the Kill Bill ROM hack.
Yeah.
So it's the shooting gallery, and you're inside the Crazy 99. You're just shooting them out of the windows. And shit.
Each level is one of the person on the list's level.
It's weird where you're in what's his name's trailer.
Yeah.
Bud's trailer, yeah.
By the way, it's Beatrix and the Crazy 88.
Oh,
Okay,
shit. My bad, dude. Wow.
Sorry.
No. I'm glad. That's why you said tricks.
Yes.
Tricks are for kids. I guess a question for you guys.
Yes.
If you were to buy this game loose, how much do you think you would pay for it?
I know it's stupid expensive. Like,
What would make you think of that?
all the videos I watch.
Yeah.
Where the first thing is they all say, it's like, this is stupid expensive.
Yeah.
It's like $160.
All right. $160.
I'll
Ian?
I'll ride that train. 132.
Actual retail value of Wild Guns for the Super Nintendo loose on average, according to PriceCharting.com, is $238.47. Fucking ouch. Fucking ouch.
Yep.
Damn.
Because I would love to own this game. Not $238 love to own the game. But
Not electric bill on this game.
no. But I got it on the EverDrive and on the Switch,
you go.
so it'll be fine. But like what's wild is
What's Wild Guns?
What Wild Guns is
Wild Arms is.
the amounts that you guys gave. That's how much you can pick it up for Super Famicom, which is fucking ridiculous. Because those games are typically
Cheaper.
way cheaper. Nope, not for. I mean, this one is half the price, but I mean, half the price is like fuck, still over $100. Wild Guns. It is, according to Flopsy, a rare game.
Yep.
Would you like to guess the rating that Flopsy gave Wild Guns?
I would be disappointed if it didn't get at least 4 stars. So I'm going to say 4 stars.
4 stars.
4.5 stars.
4.5 stars.
I was thinking about going 4.5, but I don't know.
I would go 5. This is a 5-star game, in my opinion. But I know Flopsy probably doesn't give out 5 stars just like that. The Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the SNES Library, 1991 through 1998, by Pat Contry, courtesy of Monster Mold Night, gave Wild Guns 4.5 stars.
Nice.
Glad they did. I'm
Yeah,
very glad they did.
Wouldn't it be shitty if, like,
1 star.
yeah, if they were like, yeah, we like all the Pat games.
Gallery shooters are silly. It's no Revolution X.
It's not compatible with the Super Scope.
Oh, man.
This game would be impossible with the Super Scope.
Oh, God. Yeah, it'd be rough. It'd be the worst thing about it is, like, looking through that scope, you have no, like, peripheral
vision.
Yeah,
you wouldn't
it's
see
just-
anything coming
nuh-uh.
at you.
Yeah. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
if you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would it be?
It would be the 5 o'clock shadow, the ever-present 5 o'clock shadow of Clint Eastwood, and I guess the good, the bad, the ugly.
All right. Okay.
High praise.
That is high praise.
I've never seen it, so I'll trust your word.
It's high praise.
It's
Okay.
Yeah, it's very
It's
good.
5 o'clock shadow in El Torino. I've seen that Clint Eastwood movie.
It is a great
That might be the
fucking
only
movie.
Clint Eastwood movie I've ever seen.
Gran Torino.
What did I say?
Gran Turismo.
L.
El Torino. That's the Mexican restaurant up the road. Gran Torino.
There is, like, I remember like bonding with my dad over 2 movies, and probably just 2 movies, and that's Cool Hand Luke, which is a total dad movie, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, which is also a total dad movie. And like those are 2 movies that I cannot watch without thinking of him. And like all of those like Man with No Name Clint Eastwood movies, the Sergio Leone movies are fucking fantastic.
They are
those
all great movies. We went through
movies.
We went through the 3, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, for
Fistful of Dollars
and a few dollars more recently. But Gage brought over a 4K recent re-release of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. They like redid it so that it just looked more authentic, better. Oh, so good. Love that fucking movie.
It's great. It's great.
You should watch that movie. It's good.
And that's like going back to a previous conversation that we had on this show a few episodes back that I still think about now, is like those movies are a good example of like just because something's already been done doesn't mean that you can't still do it and do a fantastic job, because a lot of those movies are essentially Akira Kurosawa remakes.
Yep.
They're just done, instead of them being samurai movies, they are cowboy movies. And it's like one of the things that I fucking love to think about is how those 2 genres are super similar, because it's like you've got both of them deal with honor, and both of them deal with like a time long past, like a lawless, there's like a certain like lawless quality to it. I don't know. It all fits in with
wealth disparity.
Yeah, totally. And that all fits in even with like Star Wars.
Star Wars is just space that.
It's just space Kurosawa.
Yeah, it is. It's really good. Really good shit. Definitely, man. Sit down, give it a watch.
I know Melissa loves them.
It's quiet.
It's good.
But it's a good movie.
It's one of.
I want to hear your thoughts. We should talk about Tuco after you see it. I want to have a 3-man conversation about Tuco and what he's all about.
I do too.
How do you see Tuco?
I want to have a 3-man 3-way, and then afterward talk about a Western.
Yeah.
You know, once we have that post-nut clarity and can really talk about the movie.
Van Cleef is
for
awesome
the movie.
in those fucking movies.
Bright Eyes.
Oh my God.
And I cannot see Lee Van Cleef and not think about the Ninja, that show I told you I used to watch.
Yeah, right,
The fucking theme song that just makes me
that's
so
in the show
happy.
notes from that episode.
Oh God. But yeah, Bright Eyes was the man.
God, Lee Van Cleef is so good in those fucking movies, dude.
Tuco, there's debate to be had about Tuco, and I would really like to have that discussion with you, especially you two, because I think Tuco's kind of the...
Dude, I can't wait. I literally can't wait. I need to tell you that I fucking love Tuco, and that The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly doesn't fucking work without Tuco.
It doesn't.
You say Tuco, and I just go Breaking Bad.
Oh,
the first villain in that movie.
Oh,
in season 1 is Tuco.
He's sort of... It's hard to explain, and you'll understand when you get a chance to watch it. Mm-hmm. We should talk... Just take 15, 20 minutes and talk about Tuco.
Yeah.
And how you see his role in that movie.
Tuco for you. Thank you for laughing at that. I'm so sorry.
It was your grin that sold it.
So sorry. Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
If you were to give this game a pair of glasses, it sums up how you feel about it. What kind of glasses would you give it?
It would be the eye patch of Rooster Cogburn in True Grit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Which I did see the remake of that in the theater.
That was a good remake.
I don't know why, but I did.
Yeah. Did you like it?
Yeah, I did. I did like it.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Very good.
I like a Western. I do. I don't like John Wayne, but like I don't
touch her for those either.
The more I learn, it's like we shouldn't like.
I don't touch that shit because it doesn't feel like, I don't know. It always feels like very.
We should always talk about him as Genghis Khan, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should always talk about that.
I mean, there's so many good ones that I can just name right now. Well, if I could think straight, I would name them right now. There was the Magnificent Seven. They were just recent. The original's awesome.
The Adam Sandler movie?
No. The Hateful Eight?
Hateful Eight was, that's a
I know.
good Western.
I know.
It's a
It
Quentin
is.
Tarantino joint.
Right.
Django Unchained is excellent. But the Magnificent Seven,
Which is another Kurosawa remake, Seven
exactly.
Samurai, yeah.
It's got Denzel as the lead. Chris Pratt's in it. No fucking, go figure. He's in everything.
That Magnificent Seven. I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen the remake.
It's good. It's a good remake.
Okay.
Really good.
Okay, I need to watch it.
Unforgiven.
Unforgiven's
good.
Unforgiven's good.
It's not like that.
Right.
But it's
still good.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Just, man.
Now I want to play Red Dead Redemption 2 because I haven't played it yet.
I haven't played it yet either, and I want to.
I started it. It's good.
Yeah.
I keep seeing
it's
it on
more of the
sale.
same.
If it's a little cheaper, if I get it for like $25, I'll pick it up and play it.
It's more of the same, but there's just more to do.
Yeah.
It's good. I started it on Xbox, I think.
Yeah. I just know I won't finish it. That's my
No,
thing.
you probably
I just
won't.
know that I won't.
It's a huge fucking game.
Yeah, Girth Brooks. I can't take it.
It is.
Make me cry.
Just gotta breathe through it. David. It'll be fine. Just relax.
Yeah, dude, I want to go watch some westerns now, man. Got me thinking about it.
I was talking to Dalton and
Like
Graham.
Wild Wild West, for example.
That's the Western we do all need to watch together.
We do need to watch
and
that.
then play the Windows game.
You're not wrong.
We should watch it together because I actually could watch it. I liked it, but I know how dumb it is. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Is it the only big box office movie with Ulysses S. Grant as the president?
Yeah,
Is he
pretty
the
much.
president in any other movie?
No. But I don't know. It's witty. You know,
Yeah.
it's like it couldn't get out of its own way.
witty,
but
witty,
it's
wild.
funny. It's a good movie.
Fucking, that was a good joke.
Witty wild.
There's a Western. I'm curious if you've seen it. I was trying to sell it to Dalton and Grimm on Discord the other night. Have you seen Bone Tomahawk?
No, but I know
You
of
did that
it.
for Experience
I
Grind.
did an episode on, Experience Grind had me on to talk about Bone Tomahawk.
I know of it. I have not seen it.
That movie is fucking awesome.
I'll put that on my soon-to-watch list.
Kurt Russell, Matthew Fox, the guy, Lost guy.
Fucking Jack. Yeah. Jack Shepard.
Oh, dude. And
Which is the combination of my son and Ryan's son.
dude, and he is fantastic in it because he plays a fucking douchebag, like a Western douchebag. And I mean, he's perfect. I mean, he is perfect. I will say this. It is, I don't know how much you know about it.
I'm trying to fucking remember if I've seen it, but I don't think I have. Because it feels like I would remember it.
The reason I think that you would like it a lot is because it is a Western horror movie. And like the horror is fucking horror. Like it is horrific. Like, I mean, it is like, it's
Prostitutes everywhere.
watch it and get back to me. Watch it and get back to me because it is like, it goes on like as a Western up until a point. But I mean, there's like hints of the supernatural throughout, like at the beginning. And then it reaches a point where it is like, oh my fucking God, I will literally never forget that scene. There's a scene in that movie that you will literally never forget.
Wait. I think I have seen this. No, I don't know. I'm going to rewatch.
That is,
I'm going to watch
dude, that
it
movie's
again.
so fucking good. And
it looks familiar, but I
promise you would know if you'd seen it.
Okay.
Because there is legitimately a scene that I will never forget this scene until I fucking die. It's like embedded in my brain because it's like, I didn't see it coming until I saw it coming. And then I was like, oh, fucking please make that stop. Please don't let this thing that I think is going to happen. And they fucking draw it out. And it's just like, please, God. And then when it happens, it's like, fucking nope. It's disturbing as shit. It's a disturbing movie. Kurt Russell's fantastic in it.
I'll get Tanya to watch it with me. We'll watch it this weekend.
Fucking yes. It's so good.
Okay. Got it.
Get any more questions?
I do. I feel like we've already answered this, but does this game belong on TADPOG's Top 100?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Without question.
Yeah, unequivocally.
towards the top.
I would put it, yeah.
It's
unanimous.
That's rare.
Yep.
I don't think that's ever happened.
Not for a game like maybe 90 through 9 for 100 is like the most we've given a game in a long time.
But it does belong up there. It is a fantastic game. Everybody go play it right now.
Right now. Then watch Bone Tomahawk.
Go withdraw $222 out of your account. Go buy a copy and play it. And then send it to Dave.
Yeah, for safekeeping.
Yeah. Just going to watch over it for you.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I'll clean it.
Take care of it.
Yeah. All right. So, I do have some more questions. We have a quiz from one Ross Rachel Green from across the pond.
Yay.
Who was kind enough to send us a quiz entitled, I Didn't Open It. That's not the name of the quiz. It's just I did not open it.
I thought it was Ross's story. I didn't open it. Remember the movie Seven? If I had gotten that box, I wouldn't have opened it. Yeah. And wouldn't have killed Wrath.
I would have put 2 and 2 together because by that point, we all knew what was in the fucking box.
Yeah. I need to rewatch Seven. It has been probably a good 2 decades since I have watched
It
Seven.
still holds up.
But now
we
it'll be
watched
like,
it recently.
Oh, shit. Does that mean this goop shit's over? Perfect. Thank you, Kevin Spacey.
You know what would be interesting is to play like a Telltale Games style, like Seven kind of.
Man, that would be good shit.
From the perspective of Kevin Spacey. So just feeding SpaghettiOs to that guy. Press circle, spoon. Press circle, spoon.
Press X.
Like Heavy Rain style.
You just pull it back and forth. SpaghettiOs.
The guys in the chair.
Oh, what anymore?
Oh, fucking God. What if it crossed over into LA Noire? Where it's like you're a serial killer that's being hunted by Doubt Guy. I don't know his name. All right. This quiz is entitled Mom?
All right, yeah.
Ross begins. So my journey home was fairly uneventful, which was nice. We drove for 2.5 hours and then were on the boat for 3.5 hours. So other than it being a bastard long day, it was fine. When we were visiting my family, I brought up that I wasn't convinced my mother actually birthed me. When the lady wife questioned why I think that, I recounted a story I don't remember, but have heard since. In the long ago, when I was a baby in a pram, stroller, I get it, I have to push the pram around, my mother took me and my sister shopping. She walked home, left me by the door while she took shopping in. She got my sister in bed, read some of a book, tidied up, got into bed, then remembered I was still outside. Anyway, back to questions. She probably birthed you. She might have just been drunk. I don't know, man. Like, look, I mean, she's probably dealing with some shit. She was an adult, grown ass, you know.
Play in bed like, oh, that fucking gross ass boat race motherfucker.
Anyway, back to questions 30 through 21 on IGN's list. Are you ready, gentlemen?
Yes.
30. This game was ported to the Genesis and featured 5 extra levels and 3-player co-op.
3-player co-op.
Yeah. And this is 30.
So what is a game that would have 3 players?
The 3 amigos.
It was ported from
3 Norse amigos.
Lost Vikings.
Lost Vikings.
Damn. Or 3 ninjas. Did you mean 3 ninjas kick back?
Yeah, 3 ninjas kick back.
Lost Vikings locking it in. Fucking well done, Tyler.
That's
it is.
Yeah. I thought you said 3 amigos. Like, what? 3 dwarves.
That's fucking teamwork.
Excellent.
29. This game was released on both the NES and SNES and is the only North American NES game with an ESRB rating.
Mortal Kombat.
I don't think that had an NES release.
Oh, no, it didn't. You're right.
So it's super late
It's
in
a
the NES.
super late NES game. It was released on both NES and SNES. I feel like I should know this one because of that fact. Because late NES games are like typically really good, you know?
And it had
So it
an
had to be-
ESRB rating.
Yes.
So it had to be a good game because it's really late NES and it's also this high on
IGN's list.
SNES list.
This is not Wario's Woods, is it? Because that is definitely an NES game.
I was thinking.
Have we done Wario's Woods already, though?
No.
What were you thinking?
Like Yoshi's Cookie, but that wasn't good. But
Yoshi's Cookie, we already answered because that's the one that came with
Yeah.
that fucking oven. Remember that?
Oh, okay, yeah. So I bet it's because I remember us talking about like this was the last game on the NES and it was a puzzler.
I think it's Wario's Woods.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Sorry if it's wrong, but
Don't be.
All right, Wario's Woods, locking it in. It is Wario's Woods.
Good job.
Nice.
All right, 28. This was the first of this character's games not to be produced or directed by Miyamoto. Is this Yoshi's Island? 28's pretty low. I feel like Yoshi's Island was ranked better than
I
that.
do too, but that's a good guess. I mean, it's Nintendo property.
Yeah.
So okay, Nintendo property.
We don't have a Luigi game by this point.
No.
Mm-mm.
And
It's
he
not
didn't.
a Mario Kart. That's farther up
So
the
Mario.
Yeah.
So Yoshi's, I felt Yoshi's Island. That's a good guess. Metroid is much higher. Metroid's like 3 or 4 or some shit like that.
Yeah, I don't think Miyamoto had anything to do with those. I don't think he had anything to do with Kirby games. I know something he did work on that I don't think is the answer, and that's I know he worked on Punch Out. I don't know if he worked on Super Punch Out because he's like credited for those like gorgeous sprites in the arcade, you know.
But Donkey Kong.
Ooh, yeah, because
you said Punch Out. And
yeah.
I was like, oh, remember Donkey
Yeah.
Kong being the
he created Donkey Kong. So, do you think this is a Donkey Kong
Donkey
Country
Kong
game?
Country.
We've guessed the first one, haven't we?
We got 3.
We got 3. Okay, I think I because I disagree. I think 1 is better, but I remember 2 being the highest on the list. So maybe this is 1.
Yeah, I feel like, and I know that he didn't. I know Rare produced it.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I mean,
I think Yoshi's Island or Donkey Kong Country.
I like Donkey Kong.
Yeah, I'm good for Donkey Kong Country. You want to do it?
Okay.
All right, locking it in. It is Donkey Kong Country.
Sweet.
Nice.
Nice. Well done, guys. Holy shit. 27. This double pack featured 2 popular puzzle games for the NES. This is
That Tetris, Dr.
Tetris,
Mario.
Tetris Dr. Mario, right?
That's the double pack that I did not think should be on the list at all.
And those
But
are 2 popular puzzle games from the NES, Tetris and Dr. Mario.
Yeah.
All right, locking it in?
Yeah.
Locking it in. It is Tetris and Dr. Mario. 26. This game is based on a film that was released in theaters 6 years to the day of the release of the first film of its series. Let me read that again. This game is based on a film that was released in theaters 6 years to the day of the release of the first film of its series. So, okay, the game is based on a movie.
a series of movies.
Well, this is a one film in a series of movies that was released 6 years to the day of the first film in that series. I feel like I said the word series a whole bunch of times.
And we've said Alien 3, right?
We've said Alien 3.
Okay. It's a movie game this high.
Did any of the Super Star Wars make it this high?
Super Star Wars.
But Super Star Wars was released in 1977. That would mean this game would have been released in...
No, he's saying the films. Like, let me read it again.
Okay.
This game is based on a film that was released in theaters 6 years to the day of the release of the first film in its series. So he's saying that this film came out 6 years after the first film came out.
It's Return of
So
the
would
Jedi.
this be Jedi?
It would be Jedi because Jedi came out in 83, which
yeah.
was 6 years after. So this would be Super Return of the Jedi.
And I do feel like that was the one that was ranked the highest.
I think that's correct.
Are we good with this?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know the math, so that sounds perfect.
That's exactly. It sounds like something they would do. It's 6 years, so that's right.
Okay. Super Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, locking it in. It is Super Star Wars, Return of the Jedi.
Good job. I would have doubted it had it not been for your math. No, yep, 6 years. 70, yeah.
For sure. 25. This game gained a subtitle in Japan on the PlayStation and 32X of Ultimate Godly Fist. So this also came out on the PlayStation in Japan, which doesn't really help me a lot because it's like, I don't know what came out in Japan on the PlayStation. And 32X. Ultimate Godly Fist.
I know Mortal Kombat 2 is really high. Or is this too low? Was Mortal Kombat like a top 15, top 20?
I feel like we've already answered Mortal Kombat 2. Have we not?
I don't think we've had 2.
Okay. Where's the first? Were all three Mortal Kombats were on IGN's
The
list,
third
right?
one was like 96
Third one's like,
or some
yeah, we
shit.
did that one
Yeah,
super
yeah.
long ago, yeah.
But we haven't had one since then.
Okay.
I don't believe.
But it came out on the PlayStation? It would have had to have been a re-release.
That would have just been a...
Because that would have been like MK Trilogy or something.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know what they did in Japan. I don't know if they were like, fuck it, let's put Mortal Kombat 2 on PlayStation.
What's another really good fighting game? Ultimate Godly Fist.
Or a brawler.
Or Brawler. You're right.
But then again, I don't feel like...
What's another really good brawler that would be up there?
This is 25, so this is kind of like a... Does that help any? Like, that's kind of a milestone. It's like a 3/4 of the way through the list. Does that jog any memories? Ultimate Godly Fist. And also, here's the other thing. That is the subtitle in Japan. So that could mean fucking nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it could just be like, I don't know, it's marketing, baby. We know if we put this under it, it'll sell. Ultimate Godly Fist. ActRaiser. I feel like
Actors was high.
that didn't come out on PlayStation. No way, right?
Oh, yeah, you're right. No, it wouldn't.
Because that was super early SNES.
Yeah, there's no way that went to PlayStation.
You want to skip it? Come back? Or do you think we can squeeze it out? What about, no, Street Fighter Alpha. That was
way
down there. Yeah. There were other Street Fighter games.
Did they re-release Castlevania 4 on PlayStation? Because I just went Symphony of the Night. Well, no, Symphony of the Night. Well, Castlevania.
No, I think Super Castlevania 4 was just a SNES exclusive. I wouldn't bet my house on it, but I'm pretty sure.
Shaq Fu.
Shaq Fu.
Excited. Ultimate Godly Fist. Noah's Ark 3D. Ultimate Godly Fist.
You have to say it in the Full Metal Alchemist voice.
Ultimate Godly Fist.
I fucking love it. Like, dude, we watched so many things since watching Full Metal Alchemist that when they do a transition to black, I'll look at Nikki and go, Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist. And then the next scene starts. The first time, it really got her. And then it's like, this joke is wearing thin.
Shit, I have no idea.
I mean, short of it being a Mortal Kombat game, I've got nothing else to really draw from.
Let's pass for now.
Okay.
Because I don't remember where the hell we were when we recorded Super Star Wars Return of the Jedi. But maybe the next game, maybe we can logic this out.
Yeah.
24. This game contained new styles of levels which involved motorcycle chases, riding on missiles, and 2 Mode 7 enabled top view levels.
That's Contra.
That is Contra 3 Hardcore, right?
Yep.
Is that that's the full title of it?
The Alien
Alien
Wars.
Wars. That's right.
God, I played that on the Genesis for the Switch. Whoo-wee, that game is something else.
Yeah? Better or worse than Wild Guns?
No, I liked Wild Guns better.
Yeah, okay.
It's a good game, but I liked Wild Guns better.
All right, locking it in. Contra 3. It is Contra 3, The Alien Wars. Now, where the fuck were we when we recorded Contra 3 with McElwain?
I want to say we were at my house.
Which one?
I want to say we were at the...
This house?
No. The Watson house. Because we recorded Super Metroid at the Watson house. I know that. I remember that 100%.
Where the hell did we record in the Watson house?
In my garage, in the...
Oh no shit! You're right.
When I started coming, I started coming around that house. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
You played Dave's one shots with us in that.
Yeah, the 5th edition. Man, I don't know how I just completely forgot about it. It's been a long time. First of all, it feels like that has been a lifetime ago.
Like 5
quite
or 6
honestly,
years,
and we recorded so many episodes in there that this is going to be impossible to figure out what the other game was based on location. Okay, well, we might get it. Godly Fist, just keep it in mind. 23. This Capcom game features a costume changing mechanic and spawned 2 sequels, each with a different partner character.
Costume changing mechanic.
Little Nemo.
Is this the Mickey Mouse one where you would change?
Refresh me.
Because there was a Mickey Mouse one where you would go and you would find. I say it because it's an episode we recently got rid of.
Okay.
So it's like Mickey the Magical Kingdom.
Was it Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse?
Yeah.
I don't remember the costume
So I remember
changes.
like there were costume changes based on the fairy tales, and you had like Goofy with you or Donald with you, like going up the beanstalk or.
I do remember the beanstalk. I got to be honest with you. This definitely sounds like a game that I was like, I'm not going to pay too much attention to this one.
I don't know why it was. I mean, it's fucking bonkers. It was this high. I remember being like, this is horseshit.
Costume changing mechanic. Why do I feel like I should know what that is? It's awfully specific.
But it is specific. I don't remember costume changing in Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse, but I do remember one of those games being high up on the list. I do remember recently removing one of them and thinking, well, that's pretty kind of high. Also, I think Wild Guns is better than Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Like by a really fucking long
Yeah, Donkey Kong Country is better than
No shit. Absolutely.
That's fucking.
I mean, I love Donkey Kong Country though.
Somebody who did IGN's list had that game as a kid. So
yeah. Do we want to lock that one in? I feel good about that one. I mean, because Capcom had that Disney license, and I don't think because it's like I'm thinking about. We did Lion King. That's a Capcom Disney game, but we've already answered.
And a costume change and partner sounds cutesy, like it would need to be.
It's not Aladdin. As far as I know, there are no costume changes in it. The genie does a bunch of them, but you don't.
Like it's Prince Ali. You go from Street Rat to Prince Ali.
Shit.
But there aren't sequels.
Does this say sequel? Oh, yeah. It spawned 2 sequels. Well, shit. Did the Mickey Mouse game spawn 2 sequels?
There were like all sorts of
I know there
those
were a bunch
games,
of them,
yeah.
but...
Castle of Illusion, and then...
I'm fucking stupid. I was thinking it was a mechanic. Like the character was a mechanic, not that the costume changing was.
That was the game mechanic.
Game mechanic.
Right.
Oh, then yeah, Mickey. I'm fine with that.
Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. Locking it in. It is the Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse.
So I remember you had like maybe like the Fantasia outfit, so you could throw fireballs, and then you were like a Peter Pan outfit to go up the beanstalk or some shit.
All right.
I was sitting here racking my brain trying to think of a game starring a character that was a fucking mechanic.
Fix it, Felix. 22. Of this game, Honest Gamers, proper noun, stated, it has very little flaws, if any, is very addictive, and even a child can use it. The games never get old, and none of it ever gets tedious. It is one of the best games for the SNES. Sounds like a mini game compilation, perhaps, because it says the games never get old. But did we already do? We already did the Kirby collection, right? Yeah. What else was a mini game collection? Or maybe it's different puzzles, you know? Yeah, you think it's puzzles? I got a point.
We've already answered. Well, it's not multiple game. Bust a Move, but we already answered.
See, I went through because I went through our backlog looking for episodes to get rid of,
right?
And I remember because it was right next to this one, and I think it just because I remember seeing Yoshi on the cover, like Tetris Attack. Was that like all the different modes of like Tetris and Yoshi games and There's like a Puyo style game in it, and
Ooh boy, don't get me lying to you. I don't know.
but I don't know
I
for
like
sure.
that.
I
like
remember
that
I remember
direction.
seeing it around it. So you say puzzle, and I think, well, Tetris Attack.
I
I
mean-
remember I also thought that was weird to be that fucking high.
But we're also not like puzzle game people, which also makes this question very difficult if the answer is Tetris Attack.
Yeah.
Which at this point, honestly, I don't have a better answer than that.
I don't either.
I'm inclined to kind of go with your instinct on it.
So it's gonna be like what accessible for a child. Like I'm trying to think, like, well, Tetris. I mean,
It has very little flaws, if any. Is very addictive. But
Tetris.
that would be a puzzle game, and even a child can use it. The games never get old, and none of it ever gets tedious. It is one of the best games for the SNES. Tetris Attack,
I don't have a better guess.
locking it in. It is
Shit.
Mario Paint. It is Mario Paint.
Okay.
That's a tough one to get from
Yeah.
that. That's a tough question.
I mean, games and children can use it. I mean,
yeah, that all
okay.
makes sense in
Okay.
hindsight for sure. Okay. But man, that fly swatter game definitely gets old. I mean, that's good for like one or two plays, and then you're like, I want to draw a dick again.
Just still have that picture on my phone.
Thank you. I do too.
I remember like
Is that the one where you drew Sonic with the butt cheeks?
That was Acme Animation Factory.
Oh, yeah.
Mario Paint was where
Twerky
I drew
Sonic.
the BBC drip and cum on the redhead.
which I accidentally showed my aunt when I saw her.
Oh yeah. What did you think?
Saw it at Piggly Wiggly because she asked to see a picture of Ken.
Oh,
I was
right.
like, oh, pulled up my gallery, and I happened to have just cartoony BBC dripping cum onto this smiley girl's face.
21.
Is this your hot aunt with the TikTok?
No,
No,
that's my
okay.
cousin.
That's a cousin.
Oh,
That,
cousin.
that's her mother.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
21. Factor 5 created a short demo of this game running on the Mega Drive and presented it to Konami. Konami was impressed, but ultimately chose to keep all Mega Drive development in-house and did not pursue porting the game to the system. I know Factor 5 from like the Star Wars Rogue games, but obviously that wasn't on the Super Nintendo, right?
Les's Empire.
I think we're done. I think
Oh,
we're
we're
done
done?
with Star Wars. Yeah, I think
We
I
hit
think we've done all
Super
three.
Empire for sure.
And Super Star Wars.
It was like
was
high on the list. Like,
was
or-
the first
Low.
one.
Yeah.
They went in order of the films.
Yeah.
Essentially, I think.
Well, see, I remember us talking about him. I was like, oh, that it's the highest reviewed one is the one everybody says is their favorite movie, which is Empire.
Have we answered Super Empire? I could have sworn we did.
I also don't think that Factor 5
We
did
have
those.
absolutely
Oh, okay.
answered
Yeah.
Super Empire already.
Yeah, Factor 5 didn't do those. Factor 5 I'm trying to think. I think those were who did those? Who did those Star Wars games? The Super Star Wars games.
They aren't.
Oh, that's gonna fucking kill me. But I'm almost positive it wasn't Factor 5. And the fact that they were pitching this to Konami is also like, I don't think it's a Star Wars game.
Yeah.
Because they would have been pitching it to
Whoever.
Lucas. I don't know.
So they didn't want Konami to port it to Genesis.
Konami didn't
No.
want to port it.
Right.
They wanted to do all the Mega Drive stuff in-house.
They wanted to make it themselves.
And they didn't want to have a third-party developer getting involved with it.
We've done Metal
Well-
Warriors already, right? That's already been an answer.
Yeah.
I believe
Yes.
so, yes.
But I think I vaguely remember Factor 5 like doing like a mecha game or something like that. Were there any other mech-based games? Or
Konami, though?
no? Well, they pitched it to Konami. Factor 5
They're
made
the
it.
ones that made it.
Right. And they were
Okay.
like, yo, Konami, fucking publish this shit. And they were like, nah, we're going to do it ourselves. I don't know. This is tough.
Yeah, there's nothing to go on besides Factor 5.
Yeah.
And it's
Factor
high
5,
up on
and
the
I'm-
list.
And I don't know all the games.
21.
Yeah, 21. That's another thing to think about. This is high up. Fucking after Mario Paint.
Mm-hmm.
What did we do? remember recording Mario Paint because that BBC animation was running in the background the entire time. What was after that? And what kind of game would be in Konami's wheelhouse too?
Would it be like a shooter?
Yeah, could be. Konami's known for shooters. I feel like we've...
Could this be a sports game? Like a basketball game or a...
Maybe, but I feel like a lot of the sports games that were on IGN's list were like the EA games.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Is this the last one?
Yeah, it's the last one, except for the one that we passed on earlier.
I don't know.
Yep, sorry, I got nothing. But I'm going to read it and be like, oh.
Yeah.
Because it's not Castlevania. It could be Castlevania 4.
No.
It's Factor 5
Factor 5, yeah, they wouldn't have had the...
Or was it like, hey, let us make it? And Konami said, no, we want to make it.
They created a short demo of this game running on the Mega Drive. So it was already on the SNES. And they made a demo of it running on the Mega Drive and presented it to Konami. So maybe it was a Konami game, and Factor 5 was like, yo, we can port this.
We want to port this.
So maybe we can get there from there.
Konami this high, I think Castlevania.
Super Castlevania 4?
It's the best we've come up with.
All right. Locking it in. Super
I
Castlevania
just
4.
can't think of any other Konami game that would be that high.
Yeah. Yep. I got nothing. Let's try it. Locking it in. It is Super Castlevania 4. Boom.
Awesome.
Well done, gentlemen. All right. Back to 25. This game gained a subtitle in Japan on the PlayStation and 32X of Ultimate Godly Fist. Fucking Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that's
Mortal Kombat 2?
Mortal Kombat 2.
Fucking Mortal Kombat 2. Right? Good?
Yeah.
Sure.
Locking it in. It is Mortal Kombat 2. All right. Well done. Ultimate Godly Fist. Oh, my God. Okay.
Oh, my Raiden.
Now for the real shit. Fuck, marry, kill. This is some good shit. First one. Mermaid, Centaur, Minotaur. Minotaur's a good protector. Centaurs are generally chaotic good, though, right?
Yeah.
So there's that. Mermaids.
Mermaids and centaurs, you're going blowjobs either way. Right?
Does the mermaid grow legs when she dries out on land like in Splash? Or is she always mermaid?
I would say always mermaid. It reminds me of the game I was playing, World of Horror, where one of the mysteries is one of the janitors at the school is obsessed with mermaids. And girls from the school have gone missing. And you find his room where he's been making mermaids.
Damn.
And he's been visiting the fish market, buying giant fish, sewing them to the bottom half of schoolgirls.
Nice.
Yeah. Fun. Still not as good as poking the eels out of someone's eye, but still.
I'm gonna kill Centaur, fuck Minotaur, and marry Mermaid.
Yeah, I could, dude. Mermaid is a fucking like twisted knot because it's like, all right, on an attractiveness scale, I feel like Mermaid's where it's at. But that fucking smell would be
that's not wrong.
Worst fucking smell. And even if it's not, it's like, why doesn't that smell? That doesn't seem. What is that? Or is it fish or not? Like,
see, a Minotaur. If Minotaur is Asterius from Hades,
I'm probably the sexiest Minotaur. Still not something I want to have sex with or maybe marry. Is sexless marriage?
Be a
is
good
that
life
like
partner. I mean,
yeah. Is that on the table?
I don't know if Theseus and Asterius are fucking or not.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of things different between me and Theseus, and that might be one of them. I don't think I would. That's essentially bestiality. All of these would be,
yeah.
Right? Or does it depend on the half?
I think it depends on the half
that you put it in.
Except for the Minotaur. Well, the Minotaur is like top half bull, bottom half human.
Yeah.
So, okay, what's in the Swamps of Dagobah, Trials of Reddit, what's that like mint thing they put under their nose?
Oh, peppermint.
Peppermint.
Yeah.
I'll do that and fuck the mermaid in the top half. And then, I don't know, man, centaurs, they kind of seem like they're fucking.
I don't know. I might take fish smell over stable smell.
I know. I would much rather stable smell than fish smell. Like one turns my stomach and the other doesn't. I ain't taking that horse dick though. I'll tell you that. And I don't know.
It could be a female centaur.
Is this sexist to me? When I think of centaur, I'm like, it's a dude.
I don't know that I've ever seen a female centaur.
I think in Fantasia there are some female.
There's some in Xena.
Centaurs.
Okay.
So I'll marry a centaur because they all seem like they're. Like I said, they all seem like.
Plus, you run out of gas, you can ride your wife to work.
That's true. Or husband.
Yeah.
Maybe I want a strong.
life
Maybe I want a
partner.
strong centaur to marry. I mean, not to say that the female centaur couldn't be
I
strong.
almost say
This is too rife with political.
they're mostly horse, so they're going to be strong regardless.
This is gonna get us canceled. Thanks, Ross.
Like I'm just scared of that centaur cock. Like that's,
And a minotaur cock could be just as bad.
or if not worse. Who knows? I don't have. What's bigger, a horse cock or a bull cock?
I guess
It's how
a horse
you,
cock.
it's how you use it because he got those man legs. He could get at you easier. You could probably
Oh, yeah,
you could
you're
probably
right.
avoid maybe getting horse raped.
That is true. Although I kind of just pictured a minotaur as like. I'm having a hard time picturing a minotaur because like obviously it's a bull head and then like arms that can carry an axe.
Well, it's like a bull.
What's the bottom?
It's
half?
like the
Did you ever
middle
see
is
that-
bull human hybrid. The head is all bull, and the bottom half is all human.
What is that one movie
Yeah?
with
But he's got hooves.
Your Majesty or
He does have
whatever?
hooves.
With the guy from Danny, what's his name?
Man, these are lots of good hints.
It's him and
the guy with the face
Yeah.
and the head.
there's I remember seeing. I went and saw it in the theater. It was like a fantasy spoof.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Is it how recent is it?
I mean, like it was a while ago.
Oh, Danny McBride.
Danny
and-
McBride.
and
True Grit. Oh, it's
Fucking
Your Highness.
Padme.
It's Your Highness, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
Your
like
Highness,
the
where
fantasy weed.
He
comedy,
slays
right?
the Minotaur and cuts off his giant dick as his trophy that he
Right.
wears on his neck.
Yeah,
Right,
I
yeah,
remember
yeah.
that.
I haven't seen that movie, but I know of that scene.
It wasn't as big as a horse dick, though.
Okay, all right. Well, there we go. That answers that. Unless it's movie magic.
The camera adds 10 pounds.
Was that really Natalie Portman's butt? Because they sold that trailer on that. Because I
don't
remember seeing that trailer and being like, that's not her butt. That's a body. They put a fucking body double in a trailer because they're like, how do we sell this movie?
I have no idea. Yeah.
Fucking Snopes it. We got to know. The truth is out there. Did we all weigh in on the mermaid? Are we all good on Mermaid Centaur?
Yeah, I think
Minotaur?
I'd marry mermaid, fuck centaur, kill minotaur.
Ooh, man, I don't know that I could fuck a
I mean,
centaur.
I like fish, so
Yeah, no, that works out. That works out great for you. You get some fucking rice, some seaweed, good to go.
it was a body double.
Yeah, body double. I'm almost positive it was in the trailer too, because that almost. I mean, I remember it because I was like, maybe I should go see that.
Her name is Carolyn Davis, the
Oh.
ass model for Natalie Portman and Your Highness.
And Jim Davis's granddaughter. Little known fact.
She was in makeup for 6 hours to cover up the giant Garfield tattoo around her ass.
Yeah, it's Garfield eating lasagna, but like right on her ass.
Like the noodles and meat are in her ass.
Yeah, right there.
It's tails
The whole
curled
time
up.
the artist is like, ma'am, are you sure?
It's Garfield all up her back like a hungry, hungry hippo, and the lasagna's at the top of her ass crack. It's munching.
I like how you said munching.
Munching.
I love that.
Munching.
Next question. Fuck, marry, kill. Shit's about to get dirty. Chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, ice cream flavor. The Neapolitan. What are you doing?
That's easy.
No, it's you got the wrong answer.
For me, it's easy.
It's
No,
easy
I don't-
for me too, but
Yeah, I think I know.
fuck, they're all gonna. All right, can I guess?
Sure.
You're gonna marry vanilla,
Yep.
okay? And you're going to fuck chocolate,
Yep.
And you're gonna kill strawberry,
Yep.
Okay, that's how we know each other. Ian, on the other hand, oh boy,
I just don't love chocolate ice cream unless it's like Ben and Jerry's loaded down with other shit.
yeah, I think there's a chance that Ian and I are on the same wavelength. Do you mind if I guess yours?
Nope, not at all.
You're gonna marry strawberry.
Incorrect.
Fuck! You're gonna. Then I don't know.
Who are you?
God, the whole life is a lie.
I'm marrying chocolate, fucking vanilla, and killing strawberry.
Oh boy, we are on opposite.
I just don't care. I
man.
love strawberry stuff, but I've never liked strawberry ice cream.
What if it has strawberry bits in it? Does that change
I
it?
like. I like that. But just
artificial
like
strawberry
the stuff
is-
that you get in the Neapolitan, I don't like that. Just
It's garbage.
faux strawberry. I don't like that flavor.
I do for whatever reason.
I mean,
branch out.
get
that
it,
that
but-
vegan place has a fucking fantastic strawberry shake.
yeah.
But I'm also not big on fruit in like milk-based stuff.
Okay. All right.
I don't like my fruit in my milk. I don't like putting fruit in my milk.
Put
like
that
with
on
my
a t-shirt.
cereal.
I want fruit in my milk.
Some
All
people
right.
will put like
I do.
strawberries on cereal or
Sure.
something. I don't
it's
dig,
delicious.
I don't dig that. I like bananas on cereal, but that's
That's
different to me.
Sometimes that's okay with cornflakes.
Blueberry. I'll do blueberries.
I can put bananas on literally any cereal.
I don't
Be
fuck
happy
with berries,
that.
yo.
But I don't like fruit flavored stuff in milk, like Fruity Pebbles. I don't care for. Just
Okay.
that combination of flavors to me. That's why I don't like strawberry. But chocolate, vanilla. Honestly, I could have a monogamous or a polyamorous relationship with vanilla and chocolate. Yeah.
I watched some videos like that.
Yeah.
What about milkshakes? If they were milkshakes, would that change your answers at all, or would it be the same? I know because
No,
like
it
milkshakes
wouldn't.
aren't ice cream, but they also kind of are.
If it were a milkshake, it would change my answer.
it would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I agree. I'm also not like a huge like. I like vanilla
think vanilla
ice cream.
is too plain as
but
a milkshake.
Vanilla milkshake is it's
Then I'd probably flip flop, and then if it were a shake, I would marry strawberry, fuck vanilla, and kill chocolate.
See, my answer stays the same.
mine does too.
With shakes.
Mary strawberry, 100%. I even like the fucking dehydrated astronaut ice cream. Love that shit.
Now that I like.
And strawberry.
Honey bunches of oats
Like
with
that.
dehydrated strawberries.
Yeah. No, I mean that'll give me heartburn a little bit, but yeah, no, I'm down for that. I like that.
We got that dehydrated ice cream all the time at Space Camp.
Oh man, that's some good shit. I've ordered it before off of Amazon.
I'd
Strawberry
always
is
get-
my favorite of that.
I'd always
do
get
like
that at the Boy Scout Museum.
I love how it fucking like just suds
Sort
up
of-
on your
yeah,
tongue.
mhm.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
good.
it just sort of vaporizes and disappears.
Yeah.
Have you really eaten it?
Yeah, you have an existential system crisis while eating ice cream. I'm gonna marry.
It's the temporal
It's
experience.
the temporal savior. I'm gonna marry strawberry. I'm going to fuck vanilla because I do like a good vanilla ice cream, and I'm gonna kill chocolate because
What I like, I will say this: if marrying vanilla is an option for me, especially over chocolate, like not the polyamorous relationship, but with vanilla with chocolate syrup on it,
oh man, that's
I would marry that.
no, that's great, but that's also cheating because that is like the best of both worlds there.
Okay.
But see, my favorite milkshake flavor is probably one of my most hated ice cream flavors.
Captain Crunch.
Close.
Okay.
Peanut butter. I will get a peanut butter shake anytime I go anywhere. Fucking love it. But peanut butter ice cream, I think it's too salty.
I've never had it.
Like
I
I have it in Ben and
thick,
Jerry's and
too.
stuff, and it's just I don't like
Yeah.
it as ice cream.
Baskin
Man,
Robbins
as
used
a
to
shake,
have a chocolate ice cream with peanut butter in it, and that was always really good to me.
Oh man, because I just like a plain peanut butter, or I can do a chocolate peanut butter. I can do, yeah, but just that'll be my barometer for a good shake. Anytime I go anywhere, it's just how they do their peanut butter shake.
See, I used to make shakes when we lived in Lexington years and years ago. I used to make shakes for fun, and my best shake that I ever made was
Brought all the boys to the
I
yard.
did. It was I called it a Bam Bam,
Okay.
and it was chocolate ice cream, milk, obviously. And this was like chocolate syrup and Cocoa Pebbles
Okay.
mixed all up. It's super rich. It's got that crunch of the pebbles in it.
Okay.
And then the other one was the pebbles, which was the same thing, only without the chocolate, and you use Fruity Pebbles.
What you just said sounded delicious and reminded me of a popsicle that I don't know the name of, but it's essentially like a crunch bar. It's like a chocolate popsicle.
Good humor.
Yeah,
It's got like the
crunchy
pieces
bits
on the outside, and it's good.
That's a good humor bar.
They make it in strawberry too.
Oh shit! Yeah, let's.
But it's
do
like
that.
cake. It's covered in
It's
like
a strawberry
little pieces
shortcake
of cake.
We sell that at the hospital.
Okay,
Is that what you're thinking of?
What's the color is the cake? I know that's a
Well,
weird
the chocolate
question.
one is brown.
It's brown.
And
Okay,
then
the strawberry
is pink.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that might be what I'm thinking of. What do you think about What do you think about a dipped cone? Like a
drumstick.
Well, that's a whole nother thing. I fucking love a
Need some
drumstick.
drumsticks,
Cornetto, that's
baby.
some good shit right there.
Got the chocolate in the bottom of the cone.
The fucking
that big
nuts. Yeah, I love them fucking nuts, boy.
Just lick those
Get them
nuts
fucking nuts.
right off the top of the knob.
Oh, man, I finished that shit up and I eat them nuts.
Snap off the bottom. It's full.
Suck that out.
Gooey, melted.
Fuck yeah. I love that shit. But like a Dairy Queen, like a vanilla ice cream, but like in the chocolate dip.
Dilly bar.
Kind of like a dilly bar, but in cone
straight
form.
dip.
Oh, yeah. I know
Dilly
what you're
bar's
talking about.
back in cone form.
Yeah.
I appreciate it more as an adult than it is as a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't care for it as a kid either.
I liked it.
Kenna gets a dip cone. Mm-hmm. She's think I dripped that shit all over her on the way home. Mm-hmm. But just a regular vanilla cone, it's everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Even the dip cone, and it's for us because it's like, and it's a Dairy Queen is literally like an overpass away from us, and it's like we'll still go to Dairy Queen and get home, and it's like what? And it's not just Henry; it's all of us. It's like what? There's just ice cream everywhere.
Did y'all ever experience the joy that is Magic Shell? Magic Shell. That was the coolest thing. And
It still exists, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
And the
I feel like I've
chocolate
seen it.
tastes good too. It's like almost a dark chocolate.
Yeah, no, it is very good. My problem with it was always what I like about the dipped cone is the contrast in that really soft to serve ice cream and that like hard shell. Mm-hmm. I miss out on that with the Magic Shell because it's always like store-bought ice cream, which is, I mean, let's face it, it's not the softest shit in the world. I guess I could put it in the microwave for a second or something. That's what I always miss out on. But I even like the because I like strawberry, that chemical strawberry flavor. I like the strawberry Magic Shell. That's
Chemical
just good.
strawberry I can deal with more than I can of the vomity flavor in a Hershey's chocolate. Like I cannot fuck with Hershey's chocolate.
like
in
syrup?
any way.
Yeah.
Any of it tastes like
Even
vomit.
like a Hershey bar.
It's not as strong. It's definitely Hershey syrup. The vomit flavor is like
Really?
they may as well just label it fucking vomit. Like that's what it tastes like to me.
Is there a
Hershey's
story
chocolate
behind
is
that?
not as bad.
Like,
I looked it up. Like it's a common there's a chemical that is
Really?
reminiscent of vomit.
I was just
in it.
curious if it was like you've had Hershey trauma or something.
Oh no.
No, it's just the way they make it because when he started his whole thing,
He
trying
threw
to
up
make
in it.
chocolate.
And now it's like a
what's a
secret
tradition?
ingredient.
There was some ingredient he added to his. He was trying to make chocolate happen in America. Like
Hershey, stop trying to make chocolate happen. It's not going to happen.
because Dutch chocolate, European chocolate was a big thing.
Yeah.
He was trying to come up with his recipe, and it was somehow he ended up processing. There was that whole thing.
It's called butyric acid.
Okay.
That is present in Hershey's chocolate that does give it a puke taste. Butyric acid is also found in rancid butter, Parmesan cheese, and vomit.
I do like Parmesan cheese.
I do too. I don't know about rancid butter.
I don't know why.
I don't know that
it's
I've ever
in
had rancid butter.
Hope
yeah,
not.
I miss that flavor at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yes, I'd like 12 rancid
Of your
butter,
rancid
boneless
butters?
wings, please.
We should open a novelty wing restaurant that sells the bamboozled flavors like booger and grass. We just make wing
Harry
flavors.
Potter, the Bertie Bott's beans, or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Bertie Bott's wings.
Hershey's puts its milk through a process called controlled lipolysis.
Yeah, it's spoiled milk.
Yeah, it
That's
breaks
what
down
it
the
is,
fatty
yeah.
acids in the milk and produces butyric acid, the chemical that gives vomit its very distinctive smell and acrid taste.
I am amazed that you can taste that. Honestly, quite honestly.
It's way more prominent in syrup to me. Like,
Yeah.
I cannot do Hershey syrup.
See,
in
to
any
me,
way.
it's more prominent in the bar. I can taste it too. I know exactly what you're talking about, but for whatever fucking reason, it doesn't bother me.
But do you like puke play? I mean, it feels like that could be
Well,
a
I don't
nice.
eat it. It just goes in my dick.
Well, you put the syrup on there, kind of simulate what's going on.
God, no, stop. You're making me think of The Fly, which I watched the other day, and I forgot how fucking disgusting that movie is.
Goldblum, yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Ugh. What's the next? Have we answered?
Yeah, I think we answered.
Okay.
But I'd like to throw this in. Mm-hmm. I do love like a store-bought vanilla with sprinkles on it.
Okay.
Some regular ass fucking rainbow, like birthday sprinkles. Put those guys on there. It's good. It's a good shit.
Tanya keeps sprinkles around pretty much all the time because if Cohen she buys pancakes, pre-made frozen pancakes that you heat up in the toaster.
I didn't know that existed.
Yeah, they come in bags. You heat them up in the toaster. She does that and spreads Nutella on them and then puts sprinkles on them.
Like chocolate sprinkles or
Rainbow sprinkles.
rainbow sprinkles. Man, rainbow sprinkles. Where it's at? A little splash of color.
A little bit.
Next question. Fuck, marry, kill. Holding a warm mug on a cold day.
That's nice.
Holding a cold glass on a warm day. A room temperature drink on a reasonable day. We're American. We don't do room temperature drinks. So I don't think.
I mean, I do it more now than I ever have.
Water.
But you're like, is it?
I mean, it's huge.
It's like a culinary
that
thing,
the
right?
hospitals to sell room temperature water.
Really?
Yeah,
Some people don't
I
like
sell
cold
tons
water.
of it.
I know, like teeth sensitivity and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. I know I don't like.
All of my soda is set out in the house.
Well,
It goes
same.
in the fridge.
Girl, same. That's my collection. But it's not on purpose. It's just because I've stopped drinking this thing.
Somehow coffee that is cooled off is always cold.
I gotta
It's
have
not
coffee
room
that's
temperature.
hot.
It's-
Yeah, you're right.
It's just cold. It's either hot or it's cold. It's not like anywhere in between.
No, I ice down my coffee every day. I can't tell you the last time I had a hot coffee.
I can't tell you the last time I had coffee.
I
It's
just
been a
drink it.
while.
I pour it and I love it to be hot, but I just drink on it and I don't care what temperature it is.
Yeah.
Even if it's cold, as long as it's not been sitting out and molding, I don't care. I'll drink cold coffee. Just straight out, not iced coffee.
Well, see, I just want it cold so I can just get it into my body quicker.
I got you.
Like, so I very rarely like to leisurely drink coffee. No, it's like this is the goal.
I have a weird. So I gotta marry the warm coffee.
Well, again, I'm sorry. If it changes, this is holding them.
Holding them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Cool.
I'm always hot, so I'm going to marry holding a cold beverage.
Okay.
See, I don't like holding cold things.
No,
my
me
hands
neither.
are super sensitive.
Yeah.
And I don't even like putting my hands under cold water. It's just weird to me. I don't
Sure.
know. So holding the warm cup of coffee or beverage, whatever,
Sure.
is my marry.
That's more appealing to me too.
And then I'm fucking the room temperature drink because I don't like holding cold things.
Yeah.
Like if it's a cold can of beer,
You'll switch hands.
I switch
Yeah.
hands, or I'll drink it real quick like this.
Yeah, with
you know,
fingers.
and
You
then
hold
put
it.
it down, or I'll put it in a koozie.
Yeah.
And I don't put it in a koozie to keep it cold. I put it in a koozie to keep from having to touch it.
And you know what is the worst? When it comes out of a cooler. And it's
God, I
like
hate that.
it's cold, but it's also wet.
Yeah, I hate it.
And it's like there's a sensation that I fucking hate. And that sensation is called, is that thing on my leg so cold that it feels wet? Or is that thing actually wet?
Yeah.
That happens all the time. And it's like, because we live with, 2 cats and a dog, it's anyone's fucking guess. It's like Lovecraftian, where it's like, do I really want to know the answer? Let's just assume it's something that's really cold.
Yeah, that's me. I'm out with the cold. Holding a cold beverage.
I'm with you.
See,
if it's drinking, it's completely different. But
My
holding,
hands are always so warm. Like I used to struggle with pastry because my hands are always so warm.
sounded like a euphemism.
I would melt butter.
Struggled with
quicker.
my pastry last night, if you know what I'm saying.
I had to try to make pastry and croissants really, really quickly because my hands were always so hot. I would melt the butter and break it down a little bit. It wouldn't be as good of a product. So yeah, I'm definitely cold.
Sehr interessant.
Marry cold, fuck neutral, kill hot.
All right.
The reverse of our
Yeah,
answer.
we're two sides of the same coin that has three sides, but two of them are the same.
So Hershey's.
We're spinning around the same axis.
Yeah, there we go. We're the yin and the yang.
So since Hershey's chocolate has always had that taste to it, they keep doing it. But it was originally done because they would spoil the milk to make the shelf life of the chocolate last longer.
Ah.
And then
Is that like a Great Depression kind of thing? Or
I guess, or just maybe just back in the day, just
it was him
giving it
trying
a
to
better
figure
shelf
out
life.
how to do chocolate bars. That was all it was. He had chemist after chemist after chemist come in to try to figure it out, and eventually he figured it out by accidentally burning the milk. He burnt the milk, and apparently that caused it to do that.
Is this from that show you were telling us about? Yeah,
the foods that made
right,
us or whatever.
right.
Yeah, it's one of the sections of that show.
Yeah. There is, what sucks about this the most is that I never noticed this before, but now I'm going to notice it. And whether it's placebo or not, I'm going to be like, there's the puke flavor.
You will.
sorry.
Yeah. I mean,
But you'll
it
get
is
over
what
it.
it is. Yeah, I probably will
It
get
won't
over
stop you from eating it.
because I'll be like, is this puke? No, it's okay.
No, it's just rancid milk.
That's it. Ross, thank you
Thank you, Ross.
so much for that quiz.
Such hard work.
We appreciate your artistry in the craft of quiz mastering.
Well, we've had our dessert now. Do you want to eat our vegetables?
No, I don't.
Can I make a suggestion?
You may.
Can we just fucking do both of these and get them out of the way?
Fucking, I don't think that I want to do both of these at the same time.
Okay.
Like, I don't know.
Can
if
we
I
just
can
get spit
handle
roasted by
that.
these games?
Can I tell you?
They don't get to make fun of us while we do it, right?
I played a little bit of the baseball game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, no spoilers, right? But I could tell that you're not elated. So,
Way better than Wild Guns.
hello. All right. Well, fuck, man. We're in for a treat because Wild Guns is great. So, just for those who are listening, we are down to 2 games left to do for the Nintendo Switch Online Super Nintendo games. We're going to finish the library. And this is what we have.
The baby randomizer
Not the mama.
has been
Nice.
strangely generous to us because we've only had one sports game throughout this entire thing. Granted, there were only 3 for the
Wrestling or
Well, that's true. I wasn't thinking of that as a sports game, but it is.
what was the other sports game?
Tennis.
Oh, yeah, but
yeah.
that's a good one.
That was
That's a good game.
That was
so
a
doesn't
fun
count.
game.
Is Spanky's Quest, that was the Super Nintendo?
Yeah, that's Super Nintendo.
Have we done that?
Yeah,
It's the one with the
done it.
monkey.
I
don't remember
remember
that at all.
listening to that episode.
It's a good game. I liked it.
Damn, I don't remember that at all. Shit. Okay.
Hey, man, that's like I don't remember remotely recording those episodes. So.
The tennis one. You didn't
there.
remember remotely recording, or no? It was World Heroes. You didn't remember remotely recording.
That's right.
And Bastion. Remember you and Jacob both like, we did Bastion? Yep, all 3 of us.
Yep.
I went off on like a Kylie Minogue tip for 20 minutes because I was so fucking drunk.
I remember that now. Yeah.
Okay, continue.
We're down to 2 games: Super Soccer and Super Baseball Simulator 1000. The good news is, whichever one gets randomly selected, they're both super. Says it right in the title.
Yeah.
Are you ready to have our
Yep.
fate decided for us?
Let me grab that batter up peripheral and see if it's bias. Go ahead and point my no-no in random direction on the Spalding Crazy Kids bat and say the
Yep.
prayer we all love to say.
Yeah, let's do it.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Stop.
1.
Soccer.
It is Super Soccer.
All right. So do we want to do the baseball game next week, or do we want to put a buffer so we don't have back-to-back sports games?
Well, I can tell you what I'm planning on doing. I don't know if this is going to work out or not, but I'm going to get in touch with our very expensive
Let's do some calls.
Our call screener. And we are going to talk about Super Soccer just as as short as possible.
Like soup sauna soccer.
Yeah, uphold
soup soccer.
Our legal agreement to talk about Super Nintendo games. We're talking like, it's going to be like 2 to 3 minutes on Super Soccer. And then essentially this is going to be an all calls episode.
That sounds wonderful. Let's do 2 of those back to back with the baseball too.
Well, now good. I do think we need a buffer because I don't know how I feel about 2 all calls right after one another. That's kind of scary. But
why not?
Yeah, next week sounds pretty good.
Pretty
good.
But
right. now I'm excited.
Well, Super Soccer. Look, Super Soccer.
It might be good.
Might be fantastic.
Might be okay.
Might be the best.
There's only one soccer game I'm excited about.
And that is Mega Man Soccer.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah.
And I've seen it played, and I'm kind of like, I don't know if it's actually that good, but it does have Mega
I'm sure
Man
it's
stuff in
terrible
it.
either way. But I guess I don't know about Mega Man. So.
Yeah, there is some novelty to it that doesn't really exist. Perhaps in Super Soccer.
There's no Cupman in International Superstar Soccer.
There might be. Kutaman.
There's no no Gutsman
Barackman.
in 90 minutes European prime goal or whatever.
That's true, but there's plenty of guts.
There's so many guts. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. Super Soccer and calls next week. Let's see. You want to send us something? Like we had last week, that amazing shadow box from
Apes and Capes.
Apes and Capes.
Oh, yeah.
It is. You can send that to TADPOG Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P.O. Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002. So calls, calls 270-883-2555. We've got our Facebook TADPOG and then TADPOG Nation. So if you like memes, like us on TADPOG. If you like that, if you're a fan who likes that dank shit, TADPOG Nation. But if you like good, organized, healthy chat, and we won't get flagged and zucked for, so that's the Discord.
That's bit.ly/Tadpog Discord. I don't know how much longer the discord.gg/Tadpog is going to work because of the whole like NFT bullshit that's going on right now.
God.
And it's like, oh, sweet, Discord's getting wrapped up in this bullshit. And people are like, nope, I'm not paying for Nitro anymore. And it's like, I kind of get that 100%, but I also do like all these like emotes and shit from all these. So it's one of those where it's like, dude, Discord, Mr. Discord, please don't fuck up Discord. Because it's like, I'm not on fucking Facebook anymore.
It's all we have left.
I'm not on Twitter except to just like, post shit that's just like self-promotion. It's like, man, all right. Am I really legitimately going to have to like host my own IRC server? Like, is that? And then I'll sell NFTs on there. I'll be rich.
Let's see. Then TADPOG_podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Shirts.tadpog.com for shirts. Mask.tadpog.com for masks. If you're interested in that.
Can wear them on your genitals.
That's true.
Wear them wherever you want.
That is true. We won't judge.
Stitch 2 into a nice little bikini top.
I like the pop on that top. I like open the Pringles can.
But I think no, you got that Twitch. Got that.
Yeah. I do. I stream on Twitch on Sunday nights. If you want to come and hang out, that'd be really cool. It's usually a good time. Probably not going to be streaming Super Soccer, I can tell you that. I might choose something more fun. Super Soccer might be great, but just based on previous experience, I don't know. You can find that at twitch.tv/Tadpog_Discord. Thanks to everybody who comes and hangs out. It means a lot.
And then most importantly, got this Patreon. So let's see. I think as of last week, got a new pledge from Sam O'Brien.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
That's all we got.
All right. Speaking of Patreon, this episode was executive produced by the following people. These are the folks who donate on Patreon at $20 or more a month. It means a lot. It goes a long way. We've got Usurper Grimm, God Emperor Alex Pena, Plinko Nick Price, Temporal Eternal Savior Cubicle Monkey, fucking nailed it, Cousin David Galino, Cthusiast Jeff Miners, Steve Dixon. I should have just fucked it up on like an easy one. Like Steve Dirksen. Fuck!
Plinko Night.
That's how you say that around here.
Clam Bro Cody Phillips, Bantha Master, Executive Producer Dick Dougie, Gamebug Prime, Nathan Eaton, Time Lord Josh Edwards, Matt Gentile, aka Gentle G, congratulations on your marriage. Sick Jake, we're sorry you fell for the marketing. Magical Sleeper, aka Big Dick Pie Baker Chris Vaughn, Pinball Archmage Chris Edler, I'm sorry you couldn't be on this episode. Platinum member Brett Miller, Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins, Nate from Utah, first time caller, Zeus Laser, Boons from Brooklyn, Drinksmith Joey Webster, Big Daddy Paul Anderson, Master Cycle Baron Kevin Link, Kevin Baron Link, which reminds me, Tadpog Prom is coming up. Link. We've talked to Link. Here's the plan on that. We're going to get a Google form going, essentially just gauging interest on whether you're going. If you plan on staying all nights, just one night, just to kind of get an idea of how many rooms we need to secure one way or another.
Oh, and by the way, just because I didn't comment didn't mean I didn't see the thing you posted about the places in Louisville.
Oh, yeah.
I saw it. I just
the Airbnbs.
Yeah.
Melissa found some very good Airbnbs that would be feasible depending on what we're looking at people-wise.
That's the big concern. I mentioned those to Link. I said, Tyler sent over some Airbnb places that look pretty cool. They're not super close to the hosting hotel, but I don't think it's going to be. I just don't know how much a 20-minute Uber drive is going to cost.
Mm-hmm.
That's one concern of mine.
Plus, you don't have the luxury of just walking to the con, playing some games, going back to your room for more beer, walking back to the thing.
Right.
I'm almost for the hotel, and also because hotel rooms have their own bathroom, and in some of even the big Airbnbs, there's some bedrooms that do not have bathrooms,
right,
which could be an issue for some people. So,
and Link brought up also that he's concerned that we won't be able to find a single Airbnb that will hold us all.
Because there's a lot of us.
Because I think one of the biggest ones we found is 20 people.
Yeah.
And it's it might be a real small Tadpog Prom.
Because if it's a small Tadpog Prom, otherwise, the only thing I've ever seen was that school that held 80 people.
And how far, do you know how far away that is?
It's not Connet. It's not, it's not accessible.
We're talking 40 minutes kind of deal, or?
I feel like it was 40 minutes to an hour and a half or something like that.
That's too much. Yeah, that is too much. 20 minutes is kind of
it would have to be its own thing.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna get it figured out. First step is to figure out how many people are interested in going, how many people plan on going.
And put the form in. Can we get the form in the Discord and not just on Facebook?
Yes, absolutely.
I haven't been on Facebook in 3 weeks, and I'm not going back if I can help it.
That's why we want to do it on Google Forms, is because that way we can have one database with a link that can be shared, whether it be Facebook or Discord or Twitter, wherever. So thanks, Link, for helping sorting that stuff out. I haven't got that. I told Link, I'll get the form together, and then a bunch of real life stuff has been going on recently. Good stuff for the most part, so it's been tough for me to actually sit down and do that. But I will do it. We got General Kenobi Massacre, Barbecue Baron Andrew Rowland, and Backlog Manisher Dane. Thank you guys. It means a lot to me. And also, hey, I should have stopped after I said Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins, because there is another announcement, and that is that the Secret Santa sign up is going on currently. You can find that on Facebook. You can find that on the Discord and the announcements channel. Drunkle Santa, a.k.a. Sandwich Pope Phil, has put together a wonderful video.
Don't worry about drawing me. I'm not in.
You're banished. You're banished
from
the Secret Santa. So, if you're interested in doing that, you got to get that form filled out by December 6th, I think. So, TikTok.
On the clock. Kesha.
Yeah. Can't stop. Yeah, I get it.
I like your beat.
Oh. She fucked a ghost, I hear.
Oh, yeah. And has a necklace made of all the teeth of her fans.
I was going to say Lucky Ghost until I heard that.
Let's see. I think that's about it. Our theme song is Moves by Sycamore Drive. Link to that track in the show notes at tadpog.com. How would you gentlemen like to close it out?
As our favorite character from a Western?
Sure.
I mean, I don't have that ready. I don't know why I suggested that. But
okay. So until next time.
Tropical.
Oi.
Capricorn. Blondie.
Oi. Oi.
All right, I have to know. Who are you, Tyler?
I was Oi from the Dark Tower.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. And then
He
you
was
were.
a Billy Bumbler, basically
Billy
a super
Bumbler.
smart raccoon.
Yep.
I need to read that. I'm actually like really want to read those.
You do.
Yeah.
It's good. I was Tuco.
Yeah. And I was Angel Eyes.
Nice. God, I was given this one podcast I heard about a test run, and it's a podcast about this couple they're swingers. And
Okay.
apparently they've been at it for. This podcast started
70 years.
20, well, they're my age,
Okay.
and
Are they local?
no,
Okay.
but they're on the East Coast.
So let's have them on the
But
show.
They use pseudomonyms. You know, they don't want everybody to know. But now this is the thing started. They did it back in 2017, and I haven't listened to any of your like early stuff, but I can only imagine that must be what it's like. And I'm kind of on the one hand, I'm kind of interested to keep going and listening because they'll just tell stories about their swinger lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know, and they apparently have a lot of money because they'll go to the swinger resorts every year, and they'll go to these.
The Swinger Dragon Con.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like conventions and shit. You know, they'll
like
do all
hedonism
that.
or whatever.
Yeah, stuff like that. But man, they are annoying to listen to. And
really?
I'm like, I don't know. I think maybe they just suffer from because I'm listening to some of their first episodes, but the show's still going. I haven't listened to anything current.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that maybe they get.
If you jump back in, it's better audio.
Better audio and better like dialogue.
So it's not
But the guy's voice is kind
their
of
voice,
weak,
okay.
and he's just not really very powerful. And I'm like, dude, you're getting all the pussy. You need to.
He doesn't need to talk
I
powerful.
guess he doesn't need to be powerful. Whatever he's doing is working.
That shit
for him.
working. Yeah.
I'm soft spoken because it all goes to my dick.
Yeah,
My dick is very
pretty
loud.
pretty lightheaded
If I
right
speak
now.
too loud, I'll pass out.